Hey guys, early morning, early morning in the car and off to work. Gonna go dyno some cool customers' cars. I'm thinking of buying a Hayabusa, and well, I've got a Hayabusa and I'm gonna try and find a Corolla, like a KE10, and swap the motor of that into the Hayabusa. Nah, hang on, wrong show. Overtakers, maybe we're going to the print shop. Maybe we're off to the print shop early. Is that what we're doing? No, that's at home. We're not doing that either. No, Tyler, it's just me. We're off somewhere else. We've had Aussie Rival Day. We brought you some footage of that. We didn't get out to All Ford Day, but today it's Mopar Day, And when you got a mate who hits you up and says, "What are you doing? Do you want to come out to Mopar Day?" Taking my 700 plus Charger out. Why wouldn't you go? Got a spare seat? We're on our way. Let's do some early morning action and get out there. Out here at Mopar Sunday, but you know it's cold, but not great. These Mopar guys, look, hey. I reckon these Holden fellas are sooks, hey. But look at them rolling in, ready to rip this one off the trailer. If you haven't seen it, then there's a video up here somewhere. Go click that, check that out. And there's a bit more about this car.
Foot brake. Low boost, 10.8. At least I got traction that time.
Yeah.
I was 13.3, but I got a 0.078 reaction time.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So my 60 foots are still 1.7. They're still like.
I'm not even over 100 miles an hour.
Oh really? Oh.
Whatever.
Yeah, that was your quickest, wasn't it? It was 11 before that.
Yeah. First one, the track was cold, I spun. The second one, it fell on its face. I had fuel surge, so I put another 20 litres in it, and that time it actually gripped and didn't get fuel surge. I did a 10.8. So
I wonder what's in that.
I'll use the trans brake next. That was the trans brake, that one. So
Oh, was it?
yeah, came off only three.
Trans brake?
Trans brake.
Right.
Okay,
Tell us the whole story again.
I'll just break it down for you. Okay, so, all right, so first run was cold, slippery, slipped the tyres. It was 11.2 or something like that.
Yep.
Second run was tyres gripped, fuel surge, lost fuel for a while, so that was 11.0 flat. Then I did a 10.8, and then this time 10.8 was a good run. This time I used the trans brake, and then I did a 10.57. And then next time I go out, I'll do a 10.56.
don't want to get too much further.
No.
Yeah.
I'll just creep on it.
And all low boost.
Yeah, all low boost, yeah. High boost is for the end of the day if the car's still alive.
Yeah, 13.12 I went.
13.12.
So the fastest pass I done's 13.18,
Yep.
but that was a 0.016 reaction time, so I thought should have gone. I went over the 100 mile an hour too for the first pass.
Yeah, right.
So most of them have been 99, but nah, it should be. So I went 13.18, so I went 13.12. That should give me a good little play. I don't think I'll get much faster than that, so
No.
hopefully. See how we go.
I dialed in the 10.5 time, 10.570. So that's my quickest today, so hopefully I can get close to that.
Try and do that again.
Yeah.
On that last run.
Oh yeah, it's alright, I won again. Because the other guy was tough, I think. Got wheel spin, so I got lucky on that one.
Yeah, he had to chase you down, but
Yeah, I saw him coming. He was coming past.
yeah.
But yeah, fortunately I got there in the end. But
But you didn't do great.
I was like 0.4 off my time. I will spin as well.
Yeah. See what happens on the next one.
Yeah, if I get grip, I reckon I'll get close to my time. And hopefully.
recap goal of your day, mate. How'd it go?
Yeah, it's going pretty well. She's a lot slower now that it's aspirated, not turbo, so bit of getting used to.
You want to put boost back to it or what?
Yeah, I think we're going to fab up either a twin turbo kit or try and modify the Centura turbo kit. This is the motor out of the Centura, so we pulled the Centura off the road, put that motor in this to get this here for Mopar Sunday, and yeah, so we might put the turbo back on. We'll have to relocate the battery and make another crossover pipe and stuff, but yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, best run was 13.17, I think it was, for the day, so which is pretty good considering we haven't changed anything except whacked the carby back on and taken the turbo off and left it at that.
Not too bad.
Yeah, hopefully we get some brownie points for the skids. So.
Yeah. Well, you didn't put the other fella put transmission fluid down the track,
yeah,
so
right.
You didn't, so it was all right. Good one, mate. Good one.
Cheers.
So, mate, how did the day turn out?
Actually, it turned out really good. Yeah, our PB did a 10.11 on high boost in the end with about a half down on the trans brake because we were just spinning off the line. So ended up started off around in the low 11s with just wheel spinning on a cold morning. Fixed the wheel spinning as the track warmed up, and then a bit of fuel surge, fixed the fuel surge, and then went 10.5 and decided to go back on the trans brake again, and didn't slip this time. Did a 10.11.
And then you nearly got to the finals there too, mate.
Yeah,
and that's where you're getting all the wheel spin, unfortunately.
Yeah, I spun it in the finals. Unfortunately, I think I was like 0.200ths of a second or something off.
Getting through to
the next round. That's the way it crumbles, you know. It's been a really good day. Yeah.
We're pretty happy with how it runs.
Yeah. It's been really good. Yeah, I'll go every race day. I'll go over it, check everything again. But no, it hasn't missed a beat all day. It's been really, really good.
Yeah, no, not bad. And yeah, you reckon it'd have potential to get into the nines?
Yeah, for sure. If I did a full trans brake run and on high boost, I reckon I would have done a 9.9, but they kicked me off because I just started dropping a little bit of trans fluid on the trans brake, so they made me do a last run, and that was it.
Yeah.
Did a 10.11.
You got your money's worth?
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, it's been a really good day actually.
Yeah. Nah, good stuff. Thanks for bringing us out, mate.
Thanks for coming along.
Bit of Mopar madness on the Sunday, guys. How's that? Plenty of Mopars out here, plenty of Chrysler action. I hope you enjoyed that. We had a great day hanging out with the McMahon boys, and they got their time on the track and had a great day. So yeah, get out here, enjoy a bit of these events. We'll see you at the next one. Stay in the right lane. Hey.
What's up, Overtakers?
Here we are. What's going on? What are you doing over there?
Oh,
There you are.
Hiding.
Hanging out?
Yep.
Hanging out. This is
lockdown.
another week of Overtaking live, but coming at you from lockdown. So stuck in different places, mate.
We are,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I don't know. I don't think this is... I don't know. Do we classify as essential? We can, but we
could.
can operate from home.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
I don't know. We could argue that. It is essential, the Thursday night show. I'm sure the viewers would argue that, right?
They believe it's essential. Keep their sanity. Keep us all somewhat sane. Keep our mental health in check and catch up and hang out and say good day to everyone on the live show. And do the podcast. We've got the podcast.
I should be able to do that. I'll pull that down from YouTube and upload it.
I hope you can work that out. Work that out. So those poor guys, we don't want them missing out. But we don't even have the studio set up.
No.
So here we are coming at you from the houses. Hey, hit the thumbs up. Hit the likes.
We got 16 there at the moment. 27 watching. Make sure we smash it.
A few more. Take the opportunity to hit the thumbs up button now while Tyler
has a look and see who's in the chat. And says
Yeah,
a few
we
g'days
got
to those
Scotty S.
chatting.
Scotty S says yes, essential. Trevor Smith, he says alcohol is essential. Adam Geary says very essential. G'day, Matty Crick. How you
Kick
going?
back and have a drink or two together now, don't we?
Yes, we can.
Look out.
So that's what people will find interesting tonight, now. Mark Biffin. Dang. G'day, Dang Dang.
Bye.
Marf, g'day. Overtaking Lockdown.
Yes.
I did miss an opportunity to call the show that. Dingus, Sally, Mum's in the chat. She finished early today. Brennan South, Bad Q Garage, Dave Ray, Nan, Johnny Skidpig, Jay-Z Life, MGB Chuck,
All the way from the States, up early.
JRM Auto Garage, Rob, Paul Johns, Gary Sparkplug. Keep scrolling up. Make sure I got everyone. I think I got everyone from up there. Paige is in the chat. In black and white. G'day.
In black and white.
Marv says, Tyler, let's go Mirage versus the big block bubble. You're going down. I'm sure I will.
Give it a go.
Do the big block Mirage.
So we're going to see what's new. It's hard to have... It's going to be hard. There's not a lot new happening when half the country's in lockdown. But obviously, yeah, we're locked away. New South Wales guys, Sydney been locked away. Now Newcastle happening tonight. Our friends in Victoria about to experience it yet again. And yeah, this is how do we have new car events? Actually, we're gonna struggle for some content soon outside of the live show, right? Because we're pretty up to date with our videos.
We are
had
at the
a few
moment.
in the bag, but we're right up to date now. And
unfortunately, our plans. Well, we had the plans for the weekend, but then unfortunately, the lockdown got called on the Saturday when the event we were planning on going to was in the afternoon.
Yeah, we were doing 2 events.
G'day, CRF and Skidpig.
Hey guys, we were doing. We had planned to do BCMC meet on the Saturday, which was at PJR.
Yep.
And then we were heading to Grease Fest on Sunday. All called short. So, and if I had time, I thought after PJR, I was even talking about scooting up, just spectating at QDRC.
Yeah.
So, none of that happened.
No, none of it did happen.
I spent the weekend printing, doing bits and pieces. What about yourself?
Me? I spent it editing through Mopar Sunday. I keep going to call it Mopar Monday. I feel like it should be called Mopar Monday.
Yes. Mopar Monday on Sunday.
That's what we should have called it. Mopar Monday on a Sunday.
Yeah, just rhymes together better, doesn't it?
Yeah. Southie was headed to Grease Fest as well on the Sunday.
Yeah, there was a lot of people heading up there. So was Matty Good. He was heading up there as well. I think, there was a few different people who were likely to meet up there for the day. There is a video though of Grease Fest over on Dad's garage. So go and have a look. So Mal got a bit of video there. Trev, just looking at the comments, Trev arrived at Lowbank and lockdown was announced. But at least 3 rounds of racing happened. So not too bad. Stephen Lever in the chat. G'day, mate.
G'day. Marv says beers.
Well, that's new. I've got a new brew. There, new brew. There's the new brew. That's the second glass out of the keg, actually.
Look at you go.
I had about 5 ginger beers before
I've got.
And now
I have 150 lashes. That's been in my fridge since we moved in.
There you go. Having a beer.
That you bought for helping everyone who helped.
I bought beers for everyone that helped you move in.
You did.
How does that work? You come round to wash your car here, and I'll
I
wash your
think
car.
you took
Then I go
you did
around to
take
your place and buy your mate's beers.
you did take 2 6-packs home.
Did I? Oh.
Yes. Just 2 of them stayed here.
Well, we mustn't have had many beers in it. There's only 4 6-packs in it. You sure we didn't drink 2 6-packs there? I don't remember having any at home.
There's still one full one in my fridge.
Well, that doesn't add up. The maths doesn't work there. Did I buy more than one carton? How does this work, guys? Hey, tell us how this works. What's everyone else's uh, weapon of choice? Is anyone else having a drink with us tonight as we kick back? So, but yeah, as I said, I did a bit of printing on the weekend, Tyler.
You did.
You might notice.
Yes.
Overtaking Lane man.
Yeah, different logo on the front of the shirt. Look, we might be wearing the same shirt, but mine has a different logo to yours.
Oh, looking backwards.
You've got the
I kept reaching this side.
You've got the hat logo on the shirt.
Yeah. I don't know. What does everyone think of that? I wonder if they like that. So, but yeah, new little addition to the shop, coming out well. So, Mums can't even come over and drink the ginger beers, she says. So they do go. It's not a bad brew, that ginger beer. It's only about 3.5% the ginger beer. It's a mid. I think this beer that I've brewed, it's about a 5.5, 6%. So a bit of a heavy.
Mum says hard seltzer.
Yeah.
He says Brad's in the chat. He says they were refreshing with pizza after moving him in.
That's right. Yeah, he was there. I'm sure. See, he's drank some. There was no way there was 4 6-packs left, Tyler. Yeah, he worked that out of the carton.
Well, I had 2 in my fridge.
And I kept 2. I don't think I took any home, obviously.
Maybe you took 1.
Cooper's Pale Ale, Dingus. I've been looking at those to do a brew on the Cooper's brews.
Paul says I'm legally blind all the time.
All the time. Doesn't need one at all.
MGB's having breakfast with us.
There you go. A bit of Wheaties and beer for breakfast. No. Was Dang having a summer, 4X summer?
As much to Yahtzee's disgust, he says.
There you go. Anything else? No. But
JZ Life says fingers crossed for Fridays, hopefully, and Jamboree as well.
Jamboree is a big one. So we got some. As we're saying, we haven't missed out on the weekend for the events, which threw a spanner in the works. But Jambo, we are heading to Jambo. What's that going to look like, Tyler? Do you know? Got a picture of that? What's that?
One moment, please. No.
Drop it into the slideshow.
Something like this. Here we go. I'll put it on the screen now. There we go. Transform. Fit to screen. There we go. It'll look something like this. It'll be changed slightly, but it will look something like that with some drag racing on the screen, of course.
Yeah, so that'll hopefully be some live action from the guys from Jamboree. So be watching for that. We'll be out there covering that, trying to have some extra camera angles as well. Some on the move cameras, which is where the funds have gone from the everything we've made in the little recent from. It's been a while since we bought new gear. So we've been saving, so that goes to the sales of the website, the donations on the YouTube, the ad revenue from YouTube, all goes
the members
back into the channel. The what? Sorry.
The members as well.
The members, yeah, yep. So all that goes back in. So we've just bought another wireless transmitter, HDMI transmitter, and another video camera.
Mhm.
that we can, and a heap of batteries, so that we can have a mobile set up as well. So we've got the tripod set up that we use on the side of the track already. We've got the fixed camera that we have for the time boards, and then we'll have another one that we'll have on the start line moving about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. A Skid Pig Junior as well.
Hello.
And Jamie
Behaving at
Wilnut. Jamie Wilnuts, he says, light a candle, Dave. You need me to pay your power bill?
home. Is it a bit dark? It's mood lighting. We've got mood lighting on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's the hang out at home lockdown mood.
Mm-hmm. Shane Sermon, g'day. He says, what are you watching?
What are we watching? I watched a bit of Cletus in the last week.
Hang on.
We didn't do a what are you watching segment, did we?
Oh, didn't we?
Oh, did you?
Here's a slide.
Okay.
Humble Mechanic. I've been watching Humble Mechanic because I mentioned, I don't know if it was last week that I mentioned it or the week before, but I mentioned the Gears and Gasoline up against Humble Mechanic, the JDM versus Euro that has concluded. It was a pretty cool series. It's a good watch. If you haven't watched it, I suggest checking it out.
Yep.
And you can follow it on both channels because one channel did the JDM, the other channel did the Euro. So
I did notice. Oh yeah, there's the slides. Yep. Cool. I've just sorry. I've got everyone should turn subtitles on as well because I just I was just reading the subtitles and I think you said Shane sermon there before, but it said what a fine sermon. Everyone's religious week. Here is we talk about our fine sermon. And there was a couple other things coming up in the subtitles. It was pretty classic. So yeah, turn them on. That'll give you a laugh.
Yeah, I'm watching it now with the subtitles.
You'll get carried away because subtitles
it picked up Shane's sermon for you.
The second time it was just you, the fine sermon.
G'day, Huggy. Huggy's off. Good night, Huggy.
Good night,
Dad's
mate.
Garage. G'day.
Down Huggy's way. There's Dad's. There he is. Mentioned before. Check out the Grease Fest vid over there. If you want some more event action. So I've got to stop looking at the subtitles. All right. Now, where were we headed with all that? Oh, we're talking about what you're watching.
Yes.
Right. And you were watching Humble Garage. Yes.
Humble Mechanic.
That's it. Close. I've been watching just not a lot, a bit of Cletus.
Mm-hmm.
The other night, I watched a couple episodes of Cletus. Was he down in the Keys? So the car week down there. He didn't mention that. And then what else? I watched a bit of Finnegan, a couple episodes of Finnegan's as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I've seen.
I watched TJ Hunt as well, and Adam LZ. That's the other ones I've been watching.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty good video.
I haven't seen the Adam. You told me about the Adam LZ
yes.
one as well. That was
pretty good video.
With,
that one. Formula Drift.
The accident. Or,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, very well shot video. Huggy's got no work. Huggy's on for the rest of the night, so it is a good night. He's not saying good night as in he's going to bed. He's saying good night as in it's a good night.
Ah, excellent. Love it.
Matty Crick's been watching Vice Grip Garage. Sally's been watching Mad Fabricators TV.
I did see an episode of Vice Grip Garage in the last week. I watched him install the vintage air into the truck. So I did watch a bit of Vice Grip. There you go. That's something else I did watch. Lied. So,
all right, we've got another guest as well. Let me bring him in.
All right.
G'day, James.
Here's James. G'day, mate.
Hey guys, here we go.
Caught him off guard.
Yeah, good, mate.
That's fine. Hang on. That's right, man. Keep going. Hang on.
Yeah, look, we're all matched now.
Yep.
Wait, he's going, no?
Is everyone else's hat undone at the back? Because mine is, because I've got a really big head.
Oh, okay. Oh, and this is for Math out here, Math. You see, Math? I'm on the beers, you know? Beers, beers, beers.
On the beers. Get on the beers. It's,
Mhm.
that's what you've you started down there, didn't it? Get on the beers.
Sure did, mate. Sure
That
did.
was a
Way to go,
Victorian
Dave.
thing. So
Mhm.
and you're locked down tonight already now. Well, 8 o'clock, 15 minutes. Quick, you could have done a quick trip to Macca's.
I was going to, but I thought, no, I've got to do the show. Got to do the show.
There you go. Well, I reckon we can talk a few news stories, see what's in the car news tonight.
Mhm.
We'll have a bit of a chat and see what we reckon, and we'll see what the comments tell us as well. Eh?
Yep.
Why not?
Dad's Garrett's been
that's-
watching
that's-
Auto Resto Mod.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that.
Skid Pig Junior's off for the night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night indeed, buddy. Catch you next week.
So,
Scotty S has been watching Tom Bailey and Alex Taylor.
there's a few different things happening. I guess there'll be a lot of
G'day,
YouTube
Carnage.
watched over the next couple of weeks with the lockdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Luke, hey mate. Scotty's been told to stay off the beers. That's not happening now. I've just cracked a new keg, and it's come up
no,
good.
can't have that.
Good. Look, it's got a decent head. This is probably could have done for another 2 days before I poured the first one, but I couldn't wait. It was Thursday.
Oh, definitely, Dave. Definitely. Can't wait for that.
All right. What do we got? Do we want to do a news story? You got any other? What are you watching there, Tyler? Or...
I don't have any other. What are you watching? What has James been watching?
Pretty much that humble mechanic that both sides of that with them and Gars and Gasoline. That was awesome, you know. We'll put some NOS and see how much that goes. And yep, that went well, didn't it?
It certainly did. No.
I'm gonna have to catch up on it. I've not seen it, so I've missed out.
It's pretty good, you know. Like I said, that's better. You know, same as you, Dave. Bit of Cletus here. Tavares every now and then. He's good to watch. He's always fun to watch, Tavares. And Wrench every day.
I enjoyed the super build that Tavares did on his channel. That was good.
Yeah, it was, you know.
Like hour long video.
Very nice. He just did
did,
one recently with Tony Angelo from Motor Trend. You should watch Tavares sweat. You should watch Tavares sweat because Tony gets in his Aston Martin and mate, yeah, he's sweating watching Tony drive it. Really drive it.
He was before Motor Trend. He was a driver, wasn't he?
Yeah, pro drifter.
Yeah, drift. Yeah, it was drift. I was thinking drift, but I wasn't going to say it because I thought it might be wrong. But I should have went with it. Would have sounded like I was knowledgeable there for a second, but
you mean
I could bluff my way through it.
Everyone's knowledgeable. It just depends on
Usually
whether they believe you or not.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Marf's been watching Alberto Big Boost build a Formula D cage for his 2JZ BMW. And Trev's been watching the Boosted Boys 7-second MR2.
Actually, that MR2 that they built for that Booster Boy, that thing's quick. Like they did one with Cooper Bogetti where apparently they did like the fastest MR2 pass down the quarter. Like it was, I don't know what the time was, but apparently it broke the record. That's how fast it was going.
Yeah, right. They got a pretty insane Integra too, don't they?
Nothing like yours. Nowhere near like yours. Come on.
Well, about how we would like this one. Actually, it hasn't moved since the coilovers got done. I haven't even got a maintainer on it. It was probably a dead battery over there. I should hook something up.
It's fine.
But we'll work that out. It gives us something to do on another day.
Yep.
All right. I'm looking for the slides for the
Do you want the slide? Do you want me to put it up?
Stories.
Yeah,
I was looking for them.
Yeah, I can just put it in the corner.
You should do that. Put it in the other corner. Can you put in a fourth?
Yep, it's there. It does hide the chat.
Actually, I won't need notes tonight.
Does the chat play over the top of it?
I can move the chat out and up into the middle.
There we go.
There we go. The chat can go up above me.
Clacky or what? There's the slide. So what do we got? We got QDRC.
Mhm.
I gave a bit of a mention to QDRC before. Trev talked about QDRC. Said he got out there just before they announced the lockdown. They got 3 rounds in. So there was a bit of I think Import Media had some live footage of QDRC on the weekend on Facebook. I had a bit of a look at that, but I missed a bit of it. I was working away at the same time. So, but what's the go? What have we got out there? We've got a few different rounds, Tyler. Have you had a look at what's happening?
We've got Graham Frawley up first, just outgunning Shane Phillips to win the QDRC Outlaws, with both races even at the tree. Frawley's 6.717 on a 6.72 dial-in edged out Phillips's 5.628 on a 5.64 dial-in in a double breakout. He was closer he was closer to his dial-in time, even though they both broke out.
Couple of red lights.
Wow, double breakout.
That's a big one. Big one.
Yeah, clearly they were both swinging for the bleachers that time.
Yeah.
Transplanted Sydney sider Steve Horvat made his recent move to Queensland pay off with a win in Top Sportsman over veteran Dave Goldie. The HQ jumped out of the gate with a tough .009 and was equally as good at the stripe with a 8.609 on an 8.60 dial-in.
Oh yeah, okay. Top Sportsman, yeah. Haven't seen much. I haven't been out to a round of the QDRC this at all this year, so just hasn't fitted in with plans for us. So it's a bit disappointing. I do like to get out there and check out some of those categories. So, we got another slide for us, Tyler. What else? You got another car there?
After being out of competition for 5 years, Blaze Hansen was thrown the keys to Kelly Betts' modified dragster and made the moment count, taking home the QDRC Winners' Trophy after Andrew Pinkstone red lit in the final. Hansen, though, proved he had lost nothing in the break with a perfection in last racing round and a .009 in the final.
Yeah, right. Well, so that's Kelly Betts' car.
One of,
yeah. Well, yeah. I haven't seen her on track for a while, but she used to race the Ute and stuff as well, didn't she?
Yep.
Oh, the Ute? Yeah, the Ute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Quick as that thing, hey?
Mm-hmm.
So, don't know whether she'll do any racing at Jambo. Or whether she's too busy.
G'day, Darren Roos.
Big part of it. G'day, Darren.
There was clean greens in Super Street final, but Paul Assenheim's 2.58 would have been a lot slower than he liked, leaving his great 12.122 on a 12.12 dial-in at the stripe, victim to Bill Henry's 10.129 at 10.10 dial-in. So he ran pretty well perfect onto his dial-in, but his reaction time wasn't good.
Well, geez, with that time, like with that reaction time compared to everyone else, he must have like had a nap or gone to the toilet, you know, because everyone else has done like .009 before him, you know. Like the previous story is .009, like that's on the money.
There you go. Marth's in the chat says she has the Mustang, the 1200 Ute, and the Dragster.
There you go.
Nice. The bikes,
what about the
modified bike. Daniel Seckley picking one off the tree in the modified bike final, throwing the win over to Brian Alviso. A .001 from Alvisio showed just how hard the riders were trying to hit the tree.
Hit the tree? .001? Jeez. How much harder you got to hit it?
They're on it, aren't they?
And I went too far. Sorry. Oops. Didn't mean to show that off yet.
Carried away.
And finally, Junior Dragster was decided by yet another red light. Corey Fry, this time the culprit, giving the easy win to Caleb Sang.
Oh, there you go. Not bad. Those junior dragsters, like a lot of people, when you're out there watching the the big boys and the top fuel and everything. The junior dragsters come on, you think that's an opportunity to get out there and go grab something from the canteen or whatever. But I tell you what, you actually take note of how quick those things go. It is pretty impressive what they're doing. These kids out there in those junior dragsters. You check it out and you think, gee, I wish I did that as a junior myself. Having a go, something like that. Amazing. And where they'll end up, learning that sort of skill early on at that sort of age. So, yeah, they're actually very impressive.
Like it's amazing, that the kids out there, that they get the ability of these kids to go this fast in little cars. It's great. They're getting out there, get them young, get them in there, show them how to do it properly from the start. And as they go on and get faster and faster, like they may go slow, but I'm pretty sure for a 12-year-old, he's probably like, this is the best thing of my life.
Yeah.
As he's dancing down the road.
I think it only seems slow because we're out there watching all the big boys and that go before them. But when you actually look at the times and miles per hour that they're doing, they're certainly going quicker than some other cars that we see in like street classes running over the quarter. You work it out and you're like, oh wow, that's actually fairly quick.
Yeah.
And not bad out of a bloody Briggs and Stratton engine. So,
pretty much. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Did you know that there's a junior drag bike class as well?
No, I didn't.
There's a junior drag bike. Yep. IHRA.
Oh, okay.
They have a junior drag bike class for riders between the ages of 13 and 18 years.
Okay.
They're limited to an ET no quicker than 890 and a top speed not faster than 80 miles per hour.
That's nice.
890
on an AJDB class engine capacity limits 161cc to 340cc bike.
Surely 890 is a
eighth mile.
Eighth mile. I'd hate to think that they were letting 13-year-old kids do an 890 over the quarter
on a motorbike.
On a bike.
Yeah.
that would be a bit of a worry. There you go.
And in the States, I found the NHRA junior dragster. They can go as fast as 85 miles per hour and as quick as a 790 in the eighth mile.
There you go. That's
using a 5 horsepower engine.
Oh, that's right. What was 790 on the eighth? What did I run in the Ute? 770.
After you change the gearbox, you ran a 770.
My best time is a 770 in the Ute, and they're running the same times in that.
With 5 horsepower.
That's what I mean. Yes. That's what I mean. When you look at it and you work out the times, those things are friggin' quick.
It is faster than the Mirage.
Twice as fast. Twice as fast. That would just bus length you, mate. You would just be embarrassed in the Mirage.
Yeah, well, they would come pretty close.
Than the Skyline.
The Skyline ran at 880.
So he's beating by a second.
Yes.
But he probably had a working tack. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It hasn't been finished by the Hoff.
Yeah, his tacho wasn't climbing backwards from 9,000 RPM.
That's your excuse? You stick with it?
Yeah, well, I sat there on the line and I saw it was on 9,000, so I backed off a little bit.
And then it went up more.
A few comments happening now. I'll just have a look over in the comments.
Jason Tompkins, g'day.
G'day, mate.
And yeah. How you going?
G'day. What else we got happening in there?
Dang says, last time I seen a junior dragster, it was doing 16s and I could only get 15s out of my stock VZ.
So, I mean, it's,
Shane Sermon says, but the Ute can get Maccas.
It can.
Only just. You might have to turn it off.
Because I can't hear you. Yes,
yeah.
I do. Actually, I do have to do that. So, it's the same at Mum's place where you got to like you press the button, the intercom on for the gate, and she presses the buttons to open the gate. Well, the ute's too loud; you can't hear the button presses, so it doesn't open. I've got to turn it off for that as well. So, all right, we've got another story. I want to have a quick look at this one before we
my
before I get
accidental.
another drink. I'm a bit dry, so, but you did slip this picture in earlier, Tyler.
Yes. Race car reveal. The Race Parts Melbourne unveil their radial Camaro.
Now, they already had a brand new car,
Mm-hmm.
didn't they?
Yep.
They had Johnny Rickers Johnny. What was
Johnny Ricker driven RPM machine.
Yeah, what was it? His old car,
The Mustang.
the red one. Yeah. So that thing was like one of the first 3-second fast cars, or what?
No, sorry, Paige. Dave's the one that needs a drink.
So Paige started delivering me a drink.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. I'm about to go out and get one. It was
and all of a sudden a stubby flies behind Dave's head. So he's like, "Do yourself."
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly how it'll happen.
Yes, they transformed the former Wayne Keys blown top door slammer into a twin turbo monster ready to take on the best in the Australian radial tyre scene with this new car.
And that car, if I'm having any guesses of anything, I believe was one of the first cars to run 3 seconds in Australia.
Which one? The red one?
The red one.
Yes. Yeah, I was talking about the blue one though.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm still on the red one. I haven't moved to the blue one yet.
The Camaro. This is from Perth. They purchased this car as a roller from the Keys Family Motorsport over in Perth, who built the car from the ground up in Australia. Wayne was a huge help with loading the car and all spares in a container and had it to us within a week of purchasing it, announced RPM via their Facebook page. They then went to work switching the car from a big tyre, roots-blown Hemi, door slammer to a twin-turbo radial tyre car with all the running gear and electronics from the red Mustang. The guys at Specialized Power Porting squeezed them in and did an awesome job from fabricating the exhaust manifolds, intake pipes, air intakes, mounting turbos, cutting and moving bars, plus much more. The guys at S&S Smash Repairs also did an awesome job with body and paint in such a short amount of time. I'd like to say a huge thanks to their crew and the awesome companies that have helped getting this car to where it is in just 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
I think I have some more photos of it.
Yeah, that engine bay is beautiful, man. That's so pretty. So for 12 weeks to do that, from a blown Hemi to that.
Yeah.
So nice.
Now they just need the restrictions to ease, and they'll be heading interstate for Kenda Tyres 660 drag radial series at the end of September.
Yeah, okay, there is that. Just a little thing, just not let it go anywhere. It's a tiny little mishap, So yeah, but even the paintwork for something that took them 12 weeks, that's just impressive. They got it done. That engine, man. Whew. Did they say what engine is in that Tyler?
Let me have a look.
Doesn't say. I won't ask the boost it's running because it's probably all the boost. Let's be honest, all the boosts.
They're running the same motor from the red Mustang, from what I understand.
Right. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't realize that actually pulled the whole drivetrain out, but still, I must admit, it'd be interesting to see what the weight differences between the two cars to see what they can pick up, whether they pick up at the start or at the end of the track. Whether or not it's going to grip better, because this was set up for a slick and they went to a radial, didn't they?
Yep.
That's become popular around racing like tenfold in the past at least 2 years. Like the amount of people now just doing radials is just unbelievable.
Well, Stephen Ham took on the radials as well. He's still on the slicks as well, but
okay,
he did run some very quick times on the radial tire on the radial track.
Yeah, that's good. It'd be very interesting to see how that's going. That's almost very similar style to the white one with the 140mm one we did about with the Pro Charger on it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
very similar styling. Very nice.
CRF says I ran a flat 8 660 foot on my big heavy adventure bike 12.7 on Nobbies.
Okay.
Mum says, Paige, you're making me look bad. Brad says, to be fair though, Tyler is running the show. Dave is a participant.
That's right.
People were going to laugh if you returned with the pizza, and you did return with the pizza.
Did I find pizza?
Dave.
Did you come back with a drink? I feel like you just walked in with pizza only. Okay. See ya, MGB. Chuck's off to work.
Have a good day, mate. Don't work too hard.
Yeah. How you get there, mate?
A lot of people in Australia be happy to go to work these days.
Mm-hmm.
After getting locked in. Isn't it amazing? When you're going to work, all you can hope for is to be stuck at home and not be able to go to work. And then once you're stuck at home, can't go to work, you think, I wish I could just go to work.
It's like, oh, wait, I'm at work. Shit.
Yeah. That's why I spend all my time in this little office. Here we go. I missed the rest of the story.
He did. It's all over. 12 weeks it took him.
Yeah, right. It's nice looking. There was a couple of pictures there. Did you share those?
Mm-hmm. I did.
Been there, done that.
Actually, that engine would look good in the Ute. What do you reckon, Tyler? Look good in the Ute, that engine?
Mm-hmm. It certainly would.
I'll say yes. I'd be keen. What else have we got? That was Drag News.
Mm-hmm.
Dragnews.com.au. A couple of stories, eh? It's good to have a bit of drag racing news in there.
We've got the auctions. A particular favourite of you. You like your auctions?
Why? Because I've got to find an auction story all the time.
Yes. Monterey Car Week auctions could deliver over $200 million in collector car sales.
That's a lot of money.
It is.
A lot of money for cars.
Mm-hmm. Hundreds of thousands of people with their wallets stuffed with cash and armed with lines of credit, charge cards and checkbooks will descend this Friday on California's Monterey Peninsula for the annual Monterey Car Week. The annual event concludes on August 15th with the iconic Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance and includes numerous auctions that often set record prices for collector automobiles. Since we've seen 200 million.
200 million. Okay.
We've seen a lot of clients who have decided that it's time to sell their classic, but they're then going ahead and buying something new. The market's been very strong. RM Sotheby's Ian Kelleher told Yahoo Finance Live.
So obviously over here we've had a big push in the market for classic cars in Australia, and it's not just here. Obviously, it's in the States as well, eh? From what they're saying.
Yes.
Yeah, they're selling them, but then they're buying other stuff as well. So.
But I'm guessing over there in their market, they have a lot more of the car density that we have here. Like, for example, like now we don't have as many GTO Phase 3s ever built, so that's why they're more popular. But whereas the cars are coming in now from them, are becoming more and more unique in themselves, you know.
Well, I know the States classic car market, they don't really. There's no collection market for anything four-door. Because quite often they'll comment on a lot of our videos and stuff and say, "Oh, you're Aussies, you know, you love your four-doors and a bit of everything and wagons." And for them, it's all about the coupes.
Yeah.
They just have that real push for the two-doors. So yeah, I don't know. It's just something I notice through some of the chats and stuff in the comments occasionally.
Yeah.
Dad's Garage Mark 1 finished in production today.
Oh, really?
Good stuff. Bet you're getting excited now. Brad says, I've got a car at auction this week. Just it's to start right off.
Oh, really? It's gone. It says here that auction houses sold
Shane Kane?
$370 million worth of collectible cars in 2018.
So it's
Wow.
so they're down to
That
less
was
than
just
half the market.
Monterey Car Week. So this is 200 million is not a massive year for them.
Mm.
They did 370 million in 2018.
Actually, no.
It
This is
fell to 245 in 2019.
this is just the weekend. The 3-day auctions could bring in $200 million.
Okay, yeah.
Just the 3 days.
Just the 3 days.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There you go.
Okay, that's definitely a lot of money to move in 3 days.
Big sales, big money going through.
G'day, Blind Garage.
Why the David Finance My Right's been so busy, you know. He's got all these people from the States saying, mate, I need a couple mil to go buy this rare car. Can you help me out? You know?
Yes. Yeah, crazy. What have they got there? There's some cars there. I didn't. So I missed a couple of the pictures there, Tyler. But there is a 1970 Porsche. That could set a record for Porsche sold at auction. They reckon it might fetch 16 million to 18.5 million for that.
Wow.
Porsche. So that's a 1970 Porsche 917K.
Wow.
That's the similar one that Steve McQueen did in his movie, didn't he? Is that similar to it, or is that the one?
No, it's like the race, Le Mans 24-hour Le Mans car.
Ooh, wow.
It looks a lot like a probably the colours as well. It's got those Golf colours, but it looks like a Ford GT.
Yep.
It's a restored car too. So it is prepared in the exact configuration that it raced at Le Mans in 1970.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a private collection of Aston Martin sports cars. That includes a 1962 Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato, which is expected to sell somewhere between 11 million and 14 million.
Mate.
There's a bit of coin in it.
Definitely.
What makes those so special is they are effectively the greatest car Aston Martin ever built, said Kelleher. Aston Martin built 19 of the Zagato-bodied vehicles, and the one coming to auction is one of the 6 that have a steering wheel on the left side. Kelleher is excited about the return to Pebble Beach because they're expecting a strong amount of clients and a strong amount of attendees for the auction for all the different car shows.
There we go. I can get a picture up of the Porsche. There's a picture of the Porsche there on the screen for everyone.
Yep. At Golf World, we're going to get back in touch with those guys. They reached out a little while ago, Tyler. So that golf brand that's on that Porsche for the oil, they did reach out and to us about trying some different oils, but we should probably give those a crack.
Dang, you're a legend.
On you, Dang. Well
Become
done,
an overtaker.
Yeah, love it. Good on you, mate. Good on you.
Welcome to the members.
See, mate.
Something special coming up for the members shortly as well. Extras.
Nice.
Working on getting that actually happening. There you go. Blind Garage watching with his new eyes. He says in chat, he's
Shane
guessing
Kane.
that's the new eyes he's got tattooed on his hands. He sent me a picture the other night, Jason. I'm sure Jason won't mind me having a laugh. But he sent me a picture the other night and said, "What do you think of my new tattoos?" He's got eyes tattooed on his hands. And I said, "Mate, do you know they tattooed dicks on there?" Just saying, he said, "That's not the eye I asked for."
Oh.
So, yeah. He might have had to get someone to check it out. What is tattooed on there? I can't see it, he thought. So, there you go.
Shane Kane says, Dave, prices globally have gone through the roof, especially JDM.
Yeah, well, I suppose we've been looking at some of the stuff coming out of Japan with the Skylines paying
Mm-hmm.
silly money for Skylines, aren't they, Tyler?
Yep.
Who would pay that? Who would even want one?
Well, it's not so much the Skylines. Like, I'm always on the auctions, like Dave, with Pickles and Greys and stuff like that. Not so much the Skylines, but like I said, the Toyota Sauras with the 1Js and 2Js, anything like that, or even the RB, they're just like, there's a BMW 5 Series here. It's got half the Ks. It only goes for like $4,000. And these things are like 20, 25, 30K. And it's just like, all because it's got the 2J in it or the 1J variant in it. They're just like, yep.
Yeah, they snap them up now. And they used to be dime a dozen and cheap as, didn't they?
Oh, for sure.
Now it's like that. But
I'm guessing it's because you can't buy a Supra without mortgaging your house twice. Same with the Skyline. So what's the next best thing? Like now you look at the Nissan Stages. They're not too bad. Benny's one from Benny's Customers Work was a great build. The V8 conversion with the R34, mate, that was mint.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, and people are looking at alternatives. Those Toyota Sora 4-doors, even those wagons were not a bad unit. But still.
What has Benny still got that?
Nah, he sold it about 3 months ago.
There you go. Yeah, the unicorn. It was the unicorn, wasn't it? They called it the unicorn. Or the triple unicorn.
Double unicorn because
unicorn.
Because the Stagia badge looks like two unicorns upside down, put together. That's why double unicorn.
Yep.
That was still an epic build,
So, and I see James, you're on the CC and drives, mate. I think Tyler might have migrated.
What?
Tyler, what are you on?
Hey, there he is.
Plenty left over
Georgia.
from the party.
On the way.
So, what else we got in the comments?
Open up a meme on the other screen there. In reference to Marv's comment.
Oh, Cressida for sale, 600,000. I know what I got. I really think if you're going to advertise at Marv, you need to say, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, expressions of interest. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You just got to wait for my meme to come up.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
What's the retail one of those? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Facebook won't let me list the price.
Asking for a
yeah, that's another good one.
Shane Kane says you have to open it though, Tyler, to get full credit. It is open.
He's just pretending. Yeah.
That's right.
Scotty S says, but Tyler doesn't drink. The lockdown special.
The lockdown special. This is what you get. Everyone encourage him, and we can see how many we can get Tyler to drink on the show, and it could be like the episode
99,
but Tyler's version. Hey, we'll see how that goes. What do you reckon, Tyler?
We'll see.
You're not as confident as we are at this. You don't have to work till what, 8:30 tomorrow?
7.
7. You got to work at 7.
Yeah, we'll start at 7 tomorrow. Busy day. Demo day.
Demo day. What's demo day, mate? What do you?
You demo the product.
You can't talk about it. It's all like.
No.
It's all secret squirrel stuff.
Yep, it is an NDA. Stuff. Yeah. Well, you demo the product to the client.
Yeah. Okay. You got. Yep. Can you tell us is it a website or an app?
It's an app.
An app.
You're
developing an app.
Been working on it for the last 5 weeks.
James is in the call center tomorrow because we can see it behind him.
Ah, with those over there, you don't want spares. You want spares.
It's like some sort of MyTel phone system.
Something like that, yeah.
G'day, Chris Young.
Yeah,
we're moving to Teams for our phones at work, actually. Microsoft Teams. Yeah, onto the Teams platform for all because everyone's works from home now. So So and we use Microsoft Teams, but they have. I didn't realise they have a phone platform. So
Oh, I think with everyone working at home, it's the way they're going.
yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that was digressing. Should we get some car news? You've got a slide up there.
Yeah, I
Tom.
do. I
You
do.
already started.
The tray chick. The Bentley
This is the,
Continental Flying Spur Ute, custom built in the UK.
An amazing looking Bentley. What do you think? What do you think of this? You got to have a look at that picture, and does that look somewhat like a Holden Ute? It's got like some sort of, it
Bentley.
does have a look a little bit. Yeah, like it has a bit of a look of, not the headlights and stuff like that, but the lines. If you look at the side, it's a little bit VZ.
The cab itself, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
But yeah, someone with a lot of money and a passion for utes has commissioned a custom-built ute version of a Bentley Flying Spur W12 limousine. With close to 600 horsepower worth of W12 under the bonnet, it has been transformed into a ute in the UK.
UK. There wouldn't be a lot of utes in the UK. I haven't seen Chris here tonight.
Chris Young, he's in the chat now.
Oh, there he is.
Said g'day before.
You wouldn't see too many utes in the UK, would you?
Brad says very yacht-like in the rear.
Yeah,
g'day, Mad Cow Mark as well. Hello.
Especially all that timber.
Mm.
There's a lot of timber going on in the back of a lot of wood going on in the back of the tray, and it's not carting it to the job site.
The 2005 Bentley Continental Flying Spur sedan was delivered to DC Customs in the UK in January 2020, and it rolled out of the workshop last week, having undergone a complete transformation. The rear doors of the sedan were welded shut, the roof was shortened, and a tray area was handcrafted with a metal frame. And as you were mentioning, however, the only timber likely to be carried in the back of this white-collar workhorse is the expensive teak finish covering the cargo hold.
I'm like in two minds of, obviously I like the utes, but I'm in two minds of whether I like this. I can't decide if I like it or not.
Well, what it's actually missing, and probably Dang on the chat will say to me, this is, it doesn't have the right bull bar. It needs some spotty lights at the top, and it needs a rum pig sticker somewhere on it. Then it's a good ute, Let's be
it's
honest.
no B&S ute. Who turns up to a B&S in a Bentley, right? Like,
yeah. Ooh la la.
It's unusual. I'll give him that.
Michael Truscott says needs more cowbell.
I don't like the way they've done the back window, so I'm not a fan of that.
No.
Shane Sermon says needs an alloy tray with sides missing, and it's missing a bloke's advice sticker.
There's no 1-tonner.
Yeah, that back window, you're right, David. It just looks like they got it all done. They went, yeah, that's fine. We're done.
That's all slapped it in.
Yeah.
That doesn't fit the car.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Have we got that picture, Tyler? Did you put that up?
Which one?
In the slides? Is there one of the back window? Like, can you see the back of the?
Hang on, I'll add it in.
Oh, I didn't put it in there. I can't remember which ones I put in it.
Like to be honest, besides that back window, they've done an exceptional job. Like it looks so much like the middle section looks so much like a HSV, but it's not. And it's amazing how they've been able to keep so much of the Bentley gear in there, and they just cut the back off. But yeah, just seems to let it down. That last section, they let it down.
It's a big call to
there we go.
To have a car of that price tag and then decide to cut it up. Like, you got to give it to the guy with the vision that that's what he wanted, and he got it, and he was
after 18 months.
All in, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely all in.
Oh yeah.
He could have just bought a HSV though, right?
That's true.
Sort of created one in a sense.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess there's some more quality in there, but is it there still when you chop it up?
Yeah, I see what you mean, Dave. I see what you mean. But like I said, with regards to HSV, they did send some Maloo utes over there. They did send a few over there, so I'm not too sure how many, but there are some Maloo utes over there because I think Top Gear did a test about 8 years ago when the VF or the VE went over there. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, Richard Hammond loved it.
Yeah.
CRF says Royal in the front, Bogan out the back.
Good point.
Jane Kane says it needs an RM Williams sticker along the back.
Yeah, good point. Sorry I missed that, mate. It does.
Adam Geary says side pipes.
Mad Cow Mark in the chat there as well. Mate, sent you an email before.
Shane Kane says
Jump on that
price-wise.
email for me.
Shane Kane says price-wise it would be the same.
Well, by the time all that custom work would have to cost a fortune. There'd be big dollars in that, surely.
Well, when the car, when it was sold new in Australia in 06, was worth $360,000, it's not like he's not worrying about how much it costs to get it done. It's just like, yeah, there it is, just do it. This is what I want. This full send, mate.
Oh, look, it's a custom build. Everyone. I guess the thing with a custom build is not everyone likes it.
Mm-hmm.
James, I think there was a Monaro recently on the not last edition of Street Machine, the one before, right? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You said I think you quite like that one.
The sharp one, yes.
Yeah.
The sharp one. It's very nice for a 12-year build.
And a lot of people love it. Personally, not a fan. It's just not my taste. Everyone has their own taste, right?
Yeah, and that's the great thing about the performance and modification issue that we have here in the Martha. It's just fantastic,
Hang on, can you say that again? That you don't.
That I wasn't a fan. Me or. It's just not my taste of that. It's a beautiful car, and the work that's gone into it is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the lines of them originally.
For sure.
Yeah, I just like I don't like them changed. I'm a purist with them, I guess. But I think that's okay. I'm not saying it's a bad car. I'm not bagging out his car because it's an amazing car, and the work in it is like next level. It's just not my taste.
No.
And it's okay to have your own taste, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just don't, I think it's okay as long as you're not bagging out someone else's car, that it's okay to, decide what you do and don't like.
Yeah. I always like to use the comment. People say, I wouldn't have done it that way. And I go, well, where's yours? Come on, show us yours. Where's yours? Oh, what? You don't have one of those cars? Oh, wow. See, mate. Well, there's the door. Have a nice day.
I'll be pretty happy to have a HQ Monaro.
I think the whole thing.
I tossed up. Sorry, I'll just quickly. I tossed up about for ages about buying a beautiful Barbados green, my favourite colour, HQ Monaro with a big blower out the bonnet, and it was $85,000. And this wasn't too long ago, a few years ago, but not too long ago. And I tossed up, and I could have, at the time, I could have got a bit of extra finance, and I could have done it. Like it was possible. It was 85 grand, and I was like, oh, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And I was like, wasn't quite game to pull the trigger. And now I know what it's worth now. It would have doubled in price. I wish I had have, but I was a little bit.
But we don't know these things, We don't know.
I looked at it for a while. Barbados green too, beautiful colour. I love
the Hoff says I would put a big engine in the Pope Mobile in the background.
I hope the Hoff saw my I hope the Hoff saw the start to the last Tuesday night video. trying to take the piss out of him, obviously.
Yeah, what I was going to say.
Doing the early morning drive with the interior light on and, chatting to the camera, I thought I was him.
What I was going to say though is I think it's being a car enthusiast is whether or not you like what someone did, just being able to appreciate that they like it, and that's what they did.
Oh yeah, because that car is amazing. Like the work that's gone into it, and it is.
Well, just with any car, don't mean with just specifically one. Just with any car. Being able to appreciate the work or the money and the time and things like that that people invest.
I've always been a fan of your Mirage as well. Appreciated it.
Thanks.
I was, because I bought the bloody thing for you back many years ago now. It's quite a number of years ago. I actually did think that's a pretty cool car, that first car.
And look now,
like,
if I was right into cars back then, I could have gotten like a 180 for the same price we paid for the Mirage.
But
you didn't care what you got.
No.
You were just like, yeah, whatever, I'll get a car. Hey.
Well, you see now going back to the thing about the Monaro, that shows to me how far someone's willing to take the style. And you're right, it has moved away from the original styling, but it's also brought it to the 21st century. Kind of along the same with Mario Tirolano's Ferrari-inspired VH Coupe that went to SEMA a couple of years ago, and then Chris Beeman's XA or XC X-Boss. I mean, they are extensively modified, and they are beautiful cars. Like I said, some people like them, some people don't. It's just saying, those three cars to me are the 70s brought into the 21st century. They've got just enough styling updates that they make look fantastic, but you know what they are.
And you got to look at the work and the engineering and stuff that's going into them, and the workmanship, right? Like, it's hard to do a wide body in a Monaro
and do it well.
So we saw one a few years ago, the HQ run, Tyler. Wide body Monaro. If we go back and have a look at the I think we spoke to him, didn't we? In the video.
We did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, if you go back and have a look at that video, the HQ run, which is the one where we also spoke to the guy with the radial panel van.
Yep.
Classic.
That was a good day out. HQ run could be up in the next. That's the day after Fridays, by the way. Tyler, did you know that?
I do now.
Yeah.
The
so
Hoff
Fridays,
says,
if it goes ahead, day after it's HQ run.
Hoff says, "Hey blokes, what's new this week? Stuff and things."
Stuff and things.
Yep.
Should have said stuff and things in the start of the video as well, shouldn't I? Just doing my swapping my KE10 Corolla engine into my Hayabusa. I think that was my plan.
Okay.
Hey?
Fair enough.
Yeah, just doing the opposite. Like, it's got to be cool too. There'll be a cheap KE10 motor going and a rolling Hayabusa. It'll be perfect. Not sure how it's going to work, but we'll make it happen.
That's a future
I got
day
the welder.
problem.
I got the welder.
Hey, that's the way to go. Make anything work with a welder.
A lot of grinding.
Mad Cow Mark replied to your email. There you go.
Thanks, Sal. I'll get that sorted.
The Chevy Camaro. Next story. Production to end in 2024. Electric performance sedan is to replace it in 2025.
Feels like it hasn't even really started, considering we don't see too many of them over here. But it's already over.
I didn't read 4 words in. I read 3 words in and wondered why they worded it like this. They wrote Chevrolet's Ford Mustang. I thought, what?
When I first read it as well, you got to keep reading the rest of the sentence to get that to make sense.
Chevrolet's Ford Mustang rival will bow out by mid-decade with a new electric 4-door to take its place, likely wearing a different nameplate.
Oh, I see what Ford's done. You know what they've done? They've gone, we need a 4-door sports car. We've just closed down Ford in Australia. Hey, that AU's a good design.
It's coming back. Everyone loved it.
See you, Carnage.
Everyone loved it now.
Take care, Carnage, mate. Save on the roads, mate.
See you, mate.
Rat Fink, g'day. Rat Fink says Dave's welding is looking great.
There you go. See, someone's got faith in me.
Well, the bench is still standing, mate, so that's a start.
Well, the bench has been repurposed.
Rat Fink says boo.
It is now
about the Camaro.
It now holds big DTG printer.
Oh, was this the other one you couldn't show us from last week?
Yeah, so
okay.
Yeah, there is a big DTG printer on it now, so that's how I'm doing these shirts.
Ah, very nice.
Heathy Go Fast says
going strength and strength.
there's electric power is good, but can't beat a V8 sound.
Nah, that's exactly right.
Rat Fink says electric shit, just not a fan, but looks like I have no choice.
It's coming for us, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It is inevitable.
The industry publication Automotive News reports the final 6th generation Camaro will roll off Chevrolet's production line in Lansing, Michigan in 2024. 1 year later than reports from 2019 initially suggested. There won't be a 7th generation successor. Instead, the sports car's place in the American brand's range will be filled by a new electric performance sedan due in 2025. No further details of the electric model are given, though it's likely it will employ the latest generation Ultium batteries developed by parent company General Motors and employ a rear or all-wheel drive layout to deliver a sporty driving experience.
That will be interesting, you know, as much as they always like to say, you know, like now, for example, with the I'm gonna use Tesla because, you know, they are the EV mains, you know. They always say like go faster, go faster. Well, maybe they need to focus on making a good EV that can go the distance, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's all going down. Oh yeah, this thing can do like quarter miles in like 9 seconds. Yeah, how much charge you got left? Oh, am I gonna get home?
And we made it halfway down the return road and it turned off.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. You know, it's a bit of a shame. You know,
Mm-hmm.
As much as Dave said he didn't like the wide body. Oh, doggy. I don't mind the Camaros over the Corvettes. You know? I just like their shape a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, each to their own.
Yep. Well, you missed out on another story.
Oh, we've moved on.
Yeah.
We're not talking Camaros.
No. We're talking
virtual events.
Talking Italy. Italy wins controversial Olympic virtual motorsport event.
This is the way we're heading, more virtual motorsport events. Last year we had the V8 Supercars E Series.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone step back and remember the E Series? I
Yeah.
actually enjoyed the V8 Supercars E Series.
It wasn't too bad. It was different. They still gave us something to watch and enjoy, you know?
Yeah. I probably enjoyed it as well because we were able to access it and it was free and it was on YouTube and now you go back to if you don't have some sort of Foxtel or KO or something and you're missing out on.
I know. But I must admit,
V8s.
the funniest thing I liked about that series is that each driver's different rigs. You know, you got some drivers with multiple screens, $10,000 steering wheels, and then you got Greg Murphy just in a lounge chair and a basic monitor and a basic go down to the shop and buy a little steering wheel from JB Hi-Fi.
Rick Kelly, he did the whole build from originally
The camp chair.
Started out with the camp chair. Yeah. And it grew and grew and grew to a hell of a setup in the end. So,
but the inaugural Olympic Virtual Series event was hailed a resounding success, with the battle for the win going down to the last lap. It was a controversial addition to the Olympic schedule, but esports made its way onto the calendar for Tokyo. I actually didn't even know this. I was wondering myself the other day when esports would be a thing at the Olympics.
It's not a thing at the Olympics, though. Yeah, it's just happening around the same time and in the same place. But it's not an Olympic event, Tyler.
I was wondering when it will become an Olympic event.
Only just added. Maybe it will. We've only just got to the point of adding surfing and skateboarding. So we're not at the point of adding
Well, did you see the
Esports,
an
yeah.
Aussie took home the gold in the skateboarding, men's skateboarding.
Was that today?
18-year-old. It
Today.
might have been today. I
was,
saw it on the news
Cool.
before.
Yeah, I think that was today. I was
He
talking
smashed
to
out like a
Jamie
95.
Wilnuts today. Jamie Wilnuts was mentioning that today.
There you go.
When I was chatting to him, he was talking about that. So
But it was a controversial addition to the Olympic schedule, but esports made its way onto the calendar for Tokyo. The virtual series worked to a different timetable in that it started mid-May, running for over a month and airing in mid-June. Ironically, the only event during the Olympics witnessed by fans, the series was deemed a success, posing the question as to whether or not esports will officially become a part of the Olympics. Digital motorsport is an essential element of the wider motorsport ecosystem because it is offering safe, low-cost opportunities for young people, and the FIA is fully committed to continuing its promotion, said FIA President Jean Todt. The other question continuously raised is whether or not this sport is warranted to be a part of the Olympics. A study from the International Journal of Exercise Science showed that esports players do, in fact, have increased heart rates. However, another study revealed that they don't exert themselves enough to qualify as a sport.
there's no exercise in gaming, Tyler.
Well, hang on. I'm sorry. Let's be honest, Tyler. Like I said, when you and your mates are in there going hard into what World of Warcraft things, when you get in a battle, the heart rate's going through the roof, isn't it? You're just trying to defend all the stuff. Oh, this person's down, my mate's down. I get over here. Where'd that attack come from? Look, what's going on here? Your head's on a swivel trying to work out where all the attacks are coming from. Come on.
Tyler's got the new gaming. What are you into now, Tyler? You've got the VR.
Oh yeah, I've been playing Beat Saber on the VR.
Oh, that's very nice.
You got the Oculus.
The Oculus Quest.
That is a bit more physical.
Yeah, it is. Up until the point where you lose control and go through your television, like, oops.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those fail videos.
And they are so funny, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
It reminds me of when the Nintendo Wii came out, and everyone's like, they're getting closer screen, all of a sudden they let go, and it's like, oh.
I work for Radio Rentals. You don't know how many TVs that we brought back that were smashed from Wii remotes. That was a thing for a lot of time. People smashing TVs.
But how many came back with the Wii remote still stuck in it, Dave? Come on. How many came back with the remote?
None was still in it. They still smash their TVs today. They're useless bastards. But still plenty of broken tellies.
The Olympic Virtual Series Motorsport event was available to users of Gran Turismo Sport on the PlayStation 4 console. A field of 16 finalists were chosen from winners of individual heats run during May 2021, with a very Olympic international spread, including 7 drivers from Europe, the Middle East and Africa, 4 from Asia, 2 from North America, 2 from Central and South America, and a single driver from Oceania. This allowed the Australian driver Adam Wilk a chance to compete. There were 3 races in the final, a 7-lap sprint on the Tokyo Expressway at East Outer Loop at night in a Toyota 86 GR4, was followed by a 13-lap event at fictional Sardegna Road Course in Sardinia behind the wheel of a Toyota GR Yaris. Wilk placed 10th in this race, 11.5 seconds off the lead, which earned 1 championship point. The final race was an 18-lap event at the Dragon Tail circuit in Croatia, with competitors running a Toyota GR Supra racing concept car, purchasable in the game for principally sum of 450,000 credits. And the Aussie placed in 13th out of all of that.
Very nicely done.
Dad's lying in the comments as well. Mal, I think you're lying. You're reading the comments now, trying to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
You're both like, what did I miss?
That's what have you, Dave.
Marv says, special stage Route X and South Inner Tokyo over all other tracks. I haven't played any of the Gran Turismo games outside of ones that were on the PlayStation 2.
The classics.
I wonder how our subtitles are going as well. Is anyone still on
I,
subtitles as well for YouTube? Wonder how that's going.
I did play the PlayStation 2, one of the ones on PlayStation 2, not too long ago, a couple of years ago, and did the Nürburgring lap to get your license, and didn't realize that you couldn't pass the car, the pace car. So on the final straight, I absolutely gunned it down, and then, you know, after 20 minutes of lapping it around the Nürburgring, had to start again.
You ruined it.
Oh yeah. Those license runs can be difficult sometimes in the old Gran Turismo, the original one. The good old days.
YouTube's auto-generated subtitles. I mentioned it, and it came up and said the classic subtitles. So it's talking itself up.
Oh, geez.
That's when it just needs to put applause in brackets after that.
What else we got? We got another story?
Yes. I wish it could have been a show-off, Mal, but I lost because I passed the pace car. Now, the 2021 New York Motor Show.
Oh,
it's exciting, but it's been cancelled.
It's like every other motor show.
Yeah. Not going.
For the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
They're all cancelled. Do you think a motor show is a motor show now the thing of the past? Have we missed the era of motor shows? This is a possibility that the motor shows may never come back. There's a lot of people that were to the point of a lot of what do you call them? Factories.
They've pulled out.
Car manufacturers.
Yeah, that's the thing. Thanks, James. There's a lot that we're at the point that they're just over it, I think, because they do spend a lot of money to do these car shows. There's big dollars involved. The stands, the stuff that they're doing at those motor shows were costing so much money. You know, you got Lamborghini doing, you know, going into a motor show with a triple-story bloody exhibition stand. You know, like how much money does it cost them to get in, build that, put that up for you know, for these shows? And then along comes COVID and wipes everything out for a couple of years. I included this story because I thought that was a conversation talking point about, do we think that motor shows are a thing of the past?
Well, you're probably right there, Dave. You know, you're probably right because let's be honest, these days there's also a lot of car manufacturers out that have also switching from having, like Tesla's a prime example again. You know, you don't go to a dealer, you order it online and the car gets delivered to you. Like I think, what's the Suzuki or Hyundai that are doing it now in Australia? You know, you can order a car and it gets delivered to your door. It's just like...
It's all contactless, right?
Exactly.
It's all different.
You know, we hope we don't, you know, because one of my fondest memories as a kid growing up was always when the either the motor show or the hot rod show came in Melbourne, we'd always used to go in there first thing, get in the nice and see all the great new cars, you know. It was more, I'm guessing, the environment to seem like, wow, this looks great and stuff like that, you know. But, you know.
Yeah. There's a lot that I've not, that, you know, that I have a dream of going and seeing, you know, big motor show over in Tokyo. Tyler and I have plans to try and do SEMA. Yeah. I don't think SEMA will ever disappear.
No, that's still
slightly
last
different.
I heard, that was still on the go.
Yeah, I think that's slightly different to you know, some of these other motor shows. But what's the Tokyo one, Tyler? That's
the Tokyo Auto Salon.
Yeah, that's one that we've been pretty keen to have a go and check out as well, hasn't it? So, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it may be a thing of the past, and it may be something that we see go to the wayside.
It might do, Dave. You never know, but
sales haven't waned for these companies, right? Like it's not like sales have dropped because they're not out showing off their latest and greatest and concept cars and whatever else they want to show off at these auto shows.
Yep.
The sales haven't dropped. The sales are through the roof.
Yep. Well, okay, maybe it is a good thing, because I'm guessing the question is, how much does it cost to put some of that together, like I said, at the pavilion, get the car there, set it all up, and then pay people to be there. And then you have to kind of like rope the cars off. Like, you know, any car above 50 grand in the motor shows were always roped off. Like Ferrari was always one, Lamborghini, all the big ones are always closed off. So maybe they thought, well, we're spending X amount on all these budgets and stuff like that to try and show people what the car is. Now we've gone through COVID, just like the sales haven't dropped, and yet we've got more money in the kitty because we're not throwing hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars to see these shows.
Yeah.
JRM Rob
got
says
involved
Tokyo
in-
Motor Show is massive.
It's a big one.
Dad's Garage says at the moment I would be happy to go to Joe's Diner Motor Show. Gang's off.
At least
See
you
you,
got the
Dang.
Grease Fest, Dad's. At least you see you, Dang. Dad's, at least you got the Grease Fest. Right? You did one better than us. We had that planned for Sunday. So, that tanked for us. We got to nothing for the weekend. We were all packed, ready to go to PJR. We had all the gear ready to go.
Mhm.
It's all still packed. It's not been unpacked, actually. So we had a whole week of chance to put it all away, but that hasn't happened.
Marv says, who saw the Homer Nissan sticker pack? You or Dave? We both saw it. Dad replied before I did.
Oh, yeah. That was the Nissan, the Homer. I thought, I need to do something like that. Need some ideas like that. Need some wild ideas, some funny stuff that people would like to see on stickers. And if someone comes up with really good stickers ideas and sends it through to us, and we print it up, we'll send you, whoever comes up with it, they get all those stickers for free. So we'll send them out. So something funny on the stickers. So always need something extra just to print in amongst some customer jobs, like when you've got that little bit of extra end of the vinyl, you can feel you've got a bit of space there that you can just fill with something. I don't know how we go with the Simpson ones, because there'd be some sort of copyright on those, but
Possibly.
if we give them away, it'd be fun. We could give them away and send them out to all the members.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
That'd be cool. Anyway, but there is a story involved in this. I went on my own little tangent of talking point around this motor show, but there is a story involved. Tyler, do you want to talk us through it?
Well, it's just basically everything you've been mentioning, another auto show bites the dust.
Yep.
Because of COVID, growing incidences of the COVID-19 Delta variant, said the show's president, Mark Scheinbergs, in a statement. At the onset of planning for the August show, we were increasingly excited at the prospect of hosting the event as the number of vaccinations in New York continued to climb and mask wearing reduced the spread in the city. That all signs were positive and the show was coming together stronger than ever, but today is a different story. The pandemic has challenged our city, the country, and the entire world, but just like the automobile industry, we know that the New York Auto Show will rebound and be bigger and better than ever before.
Mal's idea for the I've been fingered by the Hoff sticker. He has brought that up. That is one he's mentioned a long time back, and I'll create that sticker as long as Hoff says it's okay that I can create that sticker. So I'll do that one. But you are right. You can only get given that by visiting Cleveland Exhaust and getting tuned up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, carried away on the comments.
That's all right. There's not much else to the story.
That's it.
Just a similar story to other motor shows that have been
Geneva, Paris, LA, all gone.
Yep. Detroit.
Detroit would have to be a massive motor show, right? Steel
Motor
City. Motor City, yeah. That's where they're all from, aren't they? All the manufacturers. A big portion of them are in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Frankfurt, Beijing. There's a lot cancelled. I don't think there's been a motor show in 2 years. Has there been one?
I don't think so.
All I remember, all I see is stories of them getting cancelled. I don't remember seeing any stories of any going ahead. I guess that's probably not as much of a story as one being cancelled, but yeah, we'll see.
Mad Kiwi, g'day.
All right. Next story.
BMW. An electric BMW i4 M50. Safety car. Been revealed.
Well, we had
BMW
all the last couple of weeks of police cars, Tyler. The new car coming, the distancing themselves from the new car not coming, that's sort of coming. Oh, who knows? But then now we've got safety cars, and just because they got all the stickers, it reminded me of the emergency vehicles, obviously. But battery powered.
BMW shows off its 400 kilowatt battery powered replacement for the i8 safety car. BMW have announced it will pension off the i8 safety car it uses to support the MotoGP and replace it with its pure electric 2022 BMW i4 M50. Set to be introduced at the Austrian MotoGP on August 15, the i4 M50 safety car comes equipped with dual electric motors that provide all-wheel drive and produce a healthy 400 kilowatts and 795 newton meters of torque. There's a fair bit of torque there.
That's
and it's
actually
instant.
pretty impressive.
And it's instant.
And 400 kilowatts. It was what 560 horsepower? What do you reckon? Tyler will Google that. James Googling as well.
536.
Oh, I overstated.
The German car maker. No? The German car maker hasn't released official performance figures for the safety car, which is expected to be heavier than the on-road going version on account of its roll cage and life-saving equipment on board, but it's still expected to come close to matching the regular car's 3.9 second 0 to 100 km/h time. The safety car has a roof-mounted light bar and additional blue lights within the enlarged lime green grille, but it's not known
whether... Does that
whether...
take away any of your kilowatts? Like if you turn the lights on and you have all the lights flashing at the same time, do your kilowatts go down?
Probably not. Maybe not on this one.
So all of a sudden you've only got 390 kilowatts because you're running too many lights. Turn your lights off, get more power.
As it is, the BMW officially states that the i4 M50 weighs 2,215 kilos unladen. A significant factor in the car's weight is the heavy 80.9 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery, which provides up to 510 kilometers of range on a single charge.
How long does it flash? How long does it flash the lights for?
Good question.
You know, they don't mention that. They don't. You know, it'll tell you how far it goes, but you know, will last 3 days if you leave the flashing lights on. That's where that's where my interest is.
With the first MBEV, we are setting course for a future in MBEV. Yeah, battery electric vehicle. Don't you remember? We had this discussion last week. There's BEV, FEV, and MEV. And ICE. We are setting course for a future in which the combination of extremely sporty performance vehicles and electrification is an exciting theme. We are showing that everything people have come to value about M, the typical emotional M driving experience with sportiness, power, and dynamics, is also possible in a fully electric vehicle. So interesting.
It varies, you know, and it probably actually makes sense having an EV car for a pace car because you don't have to have cars sitting there idling all the time. You know, worst can release, you leave it plugged in, and then it's down on the track cruising. So this situation does make sense to have an EV as a pace car or some sort of race car. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, the lights might last, I don't know, 4 days. We don't know. We'll just see how it goes. But and also it's still got more grunt than the petrol one, and it's going to do whatever you want it to do. You know, this actually makes EVs in that situation because, and also the same EVs would be good for say like a not all the time, but say like for like a safety car, like an emergency response vehicle like on the track because you can still load it up. It'll still go as fast as the other one, but yet you don't have to worry about a vehicle sitting here for a month on end or 6 months on end. It's not being used. It could damage the engine. This one, just make sure it's got charge, turn it on, and away it goes.
Yeah. Yep, it'll whiz away.
Exactly. You just hum away, or wait, the Jetson sound. No, you don't have it. Damn. Yeah, that's what I want for an EV car. You've got to have a button you press where it goes Jetsons. Just like,
You're back.
I'm back. I just had to get another drink. You must be nearly on to your second one yet, Tyler.
Almost.
Almost.
Third, if you count the fact that I did have a beer first.
Oh, okay. But now I can catch that.
Well, this is going that well. I've brewed a couple of kegs now and haven't got a bad one yet. That's a good thing. How's the comments going?
No, that's a good point, Matt. That's a good point. Let the race cars catch you. I like that.
Shane Sermon says the Hoff hurt my feelings sticker. We could do those, but they might have to go to Hoff, and he might have to sell them over on the Nugget Garage Challenge, Nugget Garage Channel. As I said, these beers are going pretty well. I can't even speak properly. Where we at? We got another story. We're running out of stories.
We do. The plans for a new Melbourne motorsport facility have been put on hold. Developers have pulled the plug on a new motorsport facility for Melbourne's southeast. Developers have withdrawn from the project facility to include an FIA grade 3.6 kilometre circuit with multiple layouts. The council is now seeking a new tender for the project. Progress for a world-class racetrack and motorsport facility in Pakenham has hit a major roadblock, with circuit developers Podium 1 withdrawing from the project. According to Pakenham Gazette, Cardinia Mayor Brett Owen says the council will now begin process of searching for a new tender to redevelop the Cardinia Motor Recreation and Education Park.
Yeah, that's. I do.
Local for you, James?
No, that's probably more local for Dane and Shane in the chat. I'm Western Suburbs. The closest one to me would be Calder, but I don't think Calder's got much left to life because
Western Suburbs. So you're like you're Sunshine over that way.
I'm Werribee, mate. Keep going a bit more out.
Werribee. Yep. Okay. Yep.
I'm probably closer to going crazy VN than the other guys, but yeah. But this is something that I don't know about you guys, but it'd be nice to see some of this done. Okay, it's on the other side of the town, but the only other facility that we have down here in Melbourne, you've either got Calder Park, which is not very good. It's only mainly drag. You've got Heathcote, you've got Winton, but they're all a good 2-3 hours away. At least you guys have got like QR,
Lakeside.
Exact Lakeside, Warwick is even an hour away, all for us. The closest you've got to drive for us is a minimum 2 hours. So
where was the old Thunderdome?
Thunderdome's up in Calder. It's about almost an hour from me.
Yeah.
So yeah. So,
that's a dead track now, isn't it? The old Thunderdome. That's a.
They don't use the Thunderdome
side over, isn't it?
But they still. I don't know. I haven't really heard much more about that. But I know for a fact, like during the last lockdown, they redid the whole first 300 feet of the straight to try and help with things. But they just need to. This is a prime example. They need to do something like this to get more people into the sport, so that when they're not out in the industrial areas or doing stupid things on the road. There's a place to do everything. So yeah,
it's surprising that they don't have some big facilities in Melbourne like this, because there's a massive car culture down there.
Mr. Spark plugs off.
Take care, Brad.
See you, mate. Essential working tomorrow.
But a bit of a fun fact about the 33 Pakenham's where the Skyline came from.
Oh, that's where you went.
No, that's not where I went. That's just where he lived.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where it lived for the time that it was in his care.
Where did you have to go and look at it?
Oh, good question. It was somewhere in Melbourne.
Oh yeah.
And then it got dropped off to Seaver in Truganina.
Truganina, that's like 15 minutes from here.
Oh, there you go.
Well, there you go.
We could have got you around there, James. Hey?
Yep.
You would have test drove it for him, I bet.
You might have filmed more footage than I did.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, all we got was Tyler walking in and out of the airport. I don't think we
And
We
one
haven't done
shot of the
video of
car. One shot of the car.
Yeah.
There was one shot of the car, but plenty of
And-
Tyler at the airport.
Yeah,
Just
when I
walking
walk,
through. Melbourne Airport is a long walk, so that's why you get a lot of footage.
Yeah.
From the gates to the car park is a
Well,
massive walk at Melbourne.
when I actually landed in Melbourne, there was just an alarm going off in the airport constantly. It just didn't stop the entire time I was there walking out.
So you got all footage of that
Yeah,
you couldn't use.
yeah.
15 minutes of footage that was just like,
And I stayed in Tarneet. I don't know how far that is from you, James.
Yep, that's 15 minutes from you, mate.
Oh, there you go. That's right. That's where I stayed while I was in Melbourne for a couple of days.
Cool.
Brad and Beck both says yes,
Mark.
essential. Unfortunately, Dave.
yeah. Well, don't work too hard, guys. Let's do a Hyundai electric car story for Mal. Don't know what that knot means. He's pretty keen for it, obviously. Yes, we got in the chat.
Marv says call the Thunderdome. Haven't used the drag strip since then because they haven't fixed the rest of the strip. Now it is 2 years ago. You wouldn't want to risk your ride on that goat track before Lance bought it.
Yeah.
Shane
Well,
Kane
yeah,
says
it was
that's the
always-
Queenslander alarm.
That was going off. Tyler.
You're not supposed to tell him that.
I mean, it was February, and I went in shorts and a shirt and got off the plane down there. It was like 30 degrees on the Gold Coast, and got off the plane down there. It was like 14 degrees.
Well, hang on. That's hot for us. Like 14 degrees is hot for us. Dan.
That's right.
14 degrees, and I've got the heater on nearly.
Oh, I definitely would have the heater on at 14 degrees. That'd be freezing.
Well, I've got the heater on, but it doesn't quite work. Unless you've got it on 29, and then it works for about half an hour and turns off.
Tyler's got the best heater ever. His new house, his air conditioning. How does your heat work? So the heater works as long as it's hotter than 26
It has to be on
outside.
It has to be on. Oh yeah. It has to be above 24 degrees for the heater to work efficiently. But it just doesn't work at all.
It's like, who needs a fucking heater at 24 degrees?
It just doesn't work at
Who
all, though.
designed the heater?
It just doesn't work at all. It's actually
Someone
Rinnai.
close to the equator. That's who
It's
designed that
actually
heater. Someone that lives really close to the equator.
Rinnai. That's the brand. Rinnai.
Oh, okay.
That is
Yeah.
that's just dodgy, right?
Just
Dodgy.
doesn't
That's
sound
a
right.
heater
but
having a
anyway.
bludge.
You turn the heater on, and it you can flick through. You go to the aircon, the fan, they all work. It's blowing air, and then you get to the heater, and it's just all of a sudden nothing. It
Okay.
works if you
At
put it
least-
on 29 degrees though. So if you want to use as much power as possible,
But will come summer,
it'll
once you
work.
get to the middle of summer, your heater will be work really well.
Mm.
On those 30-degree
Yes.
days, your heater will be just like pumping through.
Exactly.
What else we got there? Thunderdome doesn't ever see much racing, says Shane Sermon.
Yeah. Like I said, I can remember with back at Calder, they used to use the track a fair bit for the V8s for some of the rounds, but the track's just never got used because where Calder was, there was nothing around it. Then all of a sudden, the past 15 years, people got around it. Now it's like the noise pollution and stuff like that. So, and unfortunately, things like that are going to kill tracks like that. You know, like what happened with
We have that with
Luke Fink
Lakeside.
and also Matsuri as well.
Yeah. We have that with Lakeside. Lakeside's been battling for years now, noise pollution because all the houses built around it, and now they complain about the noise of the track. But I did see, and not a news story, but I did see that there was some stuff going in at Lakeside in the last week to do with like they're putting some containers and stuff in looks like on the viewing side on the hill Tyler, on the other side of the straight?
For which one, sorry?
Lakeside.
I'm not sure. I've only been there the once. Which one do you mean?
Have you?
Yeah, I only
So
came there the
opposite
once.
on the other side of the track, not the
Yeah.
pit side of the track. The other side of the track is the hill.
Yep.
And it looked like they were putting some containers and stuff in on that side to mitigate noise pollution.
Could have been.
I don't remember. But hopefully,
So
we don't want to see any more tracks closed down.
No.
that's the bit of the straight that you didn't go onto because you can't get across to that side from where we were. So where we were parked in the pits, the other side of the straight, over the other side. I think they're putting some stuff in there. Couple other comments there.
Shay says, heater, you mean Maya and Missy? Yep, the dogs are excellent heaters.
Shay, that's where you stayed down at, wasn't it?
Yes, yep. I stayed with Shay and Will.
Yeah.
Marv says,
yeah,
only just around the corner, basically. Marv says, for quite a few years, search Ozcar and OzNASCAR did racing at Thunderdome.
Maybe we'll eventually it'll become a
CRF says they use it for drift events.
Maybe in about another 10, 15 years we'll be, we'll have enough money in Overtaking Lane that we can just buy up that deserted track and all go and hang out there.
Well, watching one of TJ Hunt's recent videos, he went to the drag strip and found out it's for sale, so now he's inquiring about it.
I'd love the track.
It must be a thing with these YouTubers, like you got Cletus with the Freedom Factory, you got this one is buying. Everyone's just buying used tracks. It's just like, is there a thing? Like, is that the next level? You can become good, then go and buy a racetrack.
For me, yes, that would be the ultimate goal. Who needs a live show when everyone can just come and hang out at the track with you?
Why not?
You do a literal live show.
We'd just all be there, just filming us, just hanging out and having fun. That would be the most amazing thing, I think, having our little car community at a place that you could all get together.
That's right, and then making everyone else jealous, wishing they were here having fun with us.
Oh hell yeah! Oh yeah, we need an Australian one day. We'll get there.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get there. Might be 10 years of, but...
Braids just subscribed. Thanks, Braids.
Welcome,
Marv says Adam LZ's compound is goals. It certainly is.
That's beyond the next level. What's
that's
like
cool, but I do like the idea of a track more because you're going to have people there. Adam LZ's compound, so it's for him and he's real close. Like the people that are really in close and part of it. But I think with a track like your Freedom Factories and stuff like that, like it's
the Danger Range of 9,000.
Yes, yeah, that'll be big. But everyone can get there, you could even just have small open days and stuff for like. It makes you wonder: does Cletus have like that original, group of people that were there early on? He went big pretty well straight away though, Cletus, didn't he? He was born out of a viral video.
That's right. Him laying on I can't remember whose drag car it was, but
20.
That's right. And he actually not long ago
wasn't it Tom Bailey's drag car?
That's the one, Tom Bailey's. And apparently not long ago he did like a 6-second pass in that exact same car again not too long ago.
That bronzy coloured.
Yes, the Camaro. Yes.
Yep. So I guess he doesn't quite have born out of a viral video. Don't sort of have that original, the OG group.
Yeah,
like we do. So, anyway, we got one more story before the quiz.
Yep, Project Monaro is up for sale, and Trevor Smith says in the chat, buy my Monaro for $30,000 cheaper than that one.
You already had the picture up, obviously. I'm guessing that's how he worked that out. Those in the market for a brand new CV8 Monaro would probably think they're about 16 years too late. But if you are, then we have good news. Project Monaro is back up for grabs.
If you're unaware, it was a giveaway car built by Holden in
that's what I was going to
2019.
ask. This was a giveaway.
Yep.
Because I remember the build happening on the videos and stuff like that, and then I can't say that I saw the videos where they gave it away or anything like that. I assume that happened somewhere that I missed it.
Yeah, like I said, it was just like, yep, here it is, get tickets. They're like, what happened to it? Did someone win it? Did it just disappear into the interwebs? What
You
happened
didn't
to
see
it?
it, James? It's not just me, because I miss a lot of stuff. Like that's not
Yeah, I
unusual
know.
for me to just miss stuff. But I know you'd usually be on top of it.
Well, yeah, like I said, because Street Machine for ages promoted said, win this car, come in, win this car. Then all of a sudden it's like, did anyone win it? Because I just stopped advertising, and I don't recall the raffle going through the magazine because I'm just like, did I miss something? Like I read the magazine pretty well, but it was like, it's here and it's gone. Okay, move on.
It just went all quiet, didn't it? I don't even remember seeing it get finished.
No.
Mad Cow Mark says Tom Bailey is building a Mopar. Damn, there you go.
Ooh.
But
Mark's probably right about that one too.
The company purchased a second-hand 2004 VZ CV8 Monaro before completely pulling it apart and rebuilding it with a bunch of custom one-off touches. The LS1 was rebuilt by Maurice Fabietti of Fabietti Race Engines with a hot GM performance cam, CNC ported and shaved heads with a raised comp ratio. The 4L60E slush box was rebuilt with Holden parts as well as the LSD diff. All the suspension bushes and gubbins were replaced and a set of custom-tuned shocks and springs from Red Bull Ampol Racing were added, along with beefier AP Racing stoppers and limited edition HSV wheels. Jeff Haggerty and Peter Hughes, former Holden designers, had a hand in penning the custom interior and exterior, all of which are one-off parts exclusive to this car. The trim was completely redone. The boys 3D printed lips and spoilers, and a coat of PPG Panorama blue suede satin paint was laid down a color custom mix just for this car. Street Machine documented the build from start to finish in conjunction with Holden, and Supercars legend Craig Lowndes presented the video series and also put the car through its paces at Holden's old Lang Lang proving ground. We were also treated to a white knuckle squirt around the ride and handling track at Lang Lang with former Holden engineer Rob Trubiani, so we can personally attest to how well this thing grips, it goes and stops. That's from which car? The Street Machine guys. With the new driveline, suspension, brakes, interior and paintwork, Holden effectively created a brand new CV8 in 2019, and it hasn't changed at all since then. The winner of the giveaway was David Littlewood from Littlewood Smash Repairs in Parkes, New South Wales. I didn't believe them at first when I got the call, but I was ecstatic when I properly found I was the winner. It was a thrill to win it, he says. He admits he's barely used the car since winning it, though, which is why he's put it up for sale. It's probably only done 50 kilometers since I got it. I've taken some close friends and family for a few quick squirts, and that's about it. Too scared to use it because of how unique it is, and I have my 69 Mark 1 to drive for fun instead. The car is up for grabs for $165,000, and you can view the full for sale listing on tradeuniquecars.com.au.
Now I'm guessing the question is with a car like this, is this going to become one of those future classics again? Like it already was an 04 Monaro. They were very hard to get a hold on, but because this is one of one, is someone going to take it and store it and keep it pristine, or is hopefully someone's going to buy it and maybe take it out and use it for what it's supposed to be?
Oh, it's hard, isn't it? It's one of those things like it should be out and driven, but like you're saying, James, but on the other hand, it is something that you pull out in 10 years' time, and it gets a massive number at an auction for a collector. So I would think, it'd kill me not to drive it, but it is a collector's car.
True, but yep, you're right. But I look at it, it's a car. It's not a bit of furniture. A bit of furniture, you put in one place, it doesn't move. A car's designed to be driven, Like, let's be honest, if someone bought it and stored it for 10 years, well, you don't have to spend the amount of money again just to get it back up on back online, because if you don't, if anyone who has a classic car sits for a while, fuel goes bad, oil goes bad, tires go bad, you got to spend almost the double amount of money you're going to get it back on the road to use it, say, once every now and then. But my philosophy is it's a car, it's designed to be driven.
You are right. You are right. It should be driven.
Mm.
It'll all depend on who buys it, though.
That's true. That's true.
Is it a car guy that buys it, or is it just an investor that doesn't even care? Like, and that's where the market is at the moment in cars. Is that there's people that don't have an interest in cars that are buying cars for the investment side of things. You know, whether it be their way of saving for their superannuation fund or whatever it might be. They just, you know,
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
as a collector and go, I own this, and they don't actually drive it or do anything with it. And yeah, but I get what you're saying. That's not living, Barry.
No, that's not.
Shane says it might only be a collector to inner car scene, not the masses. Marv says there's a Monaro with 110,000 Ks on it for only 80k right now in Just Cars. So half the mileage and half the price of that junk Monaro. There's no 220k on the clock Monaro is worth 160,000 no matter how much work has been done to it.
It's got a good point there, Marv. He's got a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. You get the right auction house to market it.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Alrighty.
Wait and see.
And we've got
Talk about this in another 10 years, maybe.
We've got Johnny in the green room. Let's bring him in.
Quiz time, Tyler.
Yep, it is.
We don't have any quiz music.
I don't have the quiz music. G'day, Johnny.
G'day, fellas.
How you going?
Like on the casting couch.
Yeah, well, I've got a bloody cat on me.
I was worried about you showing us a picture of them for a minute on the casting couch.
Yeah.
Well, it was
in regards to
pussy
that
on the
Monaro,
casting couch.
yeah, pussy on my lap. In regards to that Monaro, I agree with James. Like, it's designed to be driven. If it was me, like, when you think about it, it's fully rebuilt, right? So it's one of one, right? It's still going to be one of one. So I drive the thing. I drive the hell out of it.
No matter what, it's still one of one.
Yeah, exactly. It's still one of one.
Yeah. Yep. Play that. You guys.
Maybe up to about 50,000 or 100,000, they can get rid of it. Still one of one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't just have something sit in the shed and not drive it. Oh, hang on. Someone's out in the ute.
Just like today.
I better start that ute up. Yeah, you remind me.
Just today, I've put a video up of from work.
Yep.
3 brand new AV triples just gone out today. All for one company. Yeah.
Yep.
$2.6 million worth.
Fair dinkum, making it happen.
Anyhow, before we keep going, I just got a race seat.
Oh, yeah, you're getting all professional on us, mate.
Well, with all the burnout things and all that, it's
safety.
Safety, and especially when you do burnouts and with the pro guys and that. A lot of them are on methanol, so it's highly flammable and hard to see.
Yep.
Rather have any own gear for that. There's actually a couple of guys around this area actually starting to go methanol from their car.
When are we putting methanol on the skid pig ute?
Well, that's it from when I have the money.
Yeah, that's always what holds us all back, isn't it? Oh, look, there it is.
Yeah, there's nice.
You got the tray full, mate. You look like you're going camping.
Parts, yeah. Just I need the service, so. Oh, and actually, better show you something, guys.
You're not in lockdown.
You know how the other week? Hey.
No lockdown for you, is there?
No, down the bottom of the hill, Whitcott, it is. Apparently they've got bloody coppers there.
They do, yeah, pulling up all the people from Laidley trying to come up to town.
Yeah, exactly. You guys, Dave, you're going on about transmission leak.
Yes.
Now, got the Schumacher light.
Yep.
All right. Oh, one, there we go. You see all that?
You got the same problem, mate?
Not exactly. Mine's the O-ring out of the dipstick because I overfilled it.
Oh, okay, because mine is leaking again.
Yeah, well,
And,
I've had
you know, the
a few
picture that was on the
on side.
thumbnail, the thumbnail
Hey?
with it running out, you could see the thumbnail on that video that we did, and you could see the big
Yeah.
puddle out the side of the car. It actually looks
Yeah.
like that again. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
back to that stage again. I don't know. I haven't popped it back up. I've got to get under and have a look, see whether they've come loose again or what it is.
Realistically, you might need to actually get it up on an actual hoist. That way you can get a good look around. I mean,
I need to. Yeah.
yeah.
If I had the money, I'd just rip it out and put the turbo 400 in if I had the cash.
Yeah.
So but I just been
Maybe
throwing
a
a few
gear
bucks
bender
into this
cover
print
drive if
shop.
you want to cruise.
Yeah, well, I had the money there, but I just threw it into this print shop idea of mine. Print our ATL stuff, and it's been a good idea because I'm printing stuff for heaps of other places at the moment. So
Print money.
and well, Nelly, I haven't even advertised the bloody thing, but every night I'm spending. I could be out there printing tonight. I can tell you, I've got enough work to keep me busy every night of the week. So, but it's okay. Sal's got tomorrow off. She'll do some work out there. Sal's got some orders to send tomorrow.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you noticed how Carnage has slightly changed his name as well.
Yep.
I've just been out to his place there on the weekend. I gave him some steel for his car. He's put bats on the side to save his guards and that. Turns out there's also another Carnage. And it's more for gameplay videos and that. So I suggested to him.
That's why he changed.
Yeah, slight change in that. So I helped him out with that, and then yeah.
Yeah, because he's not too far out. He's just out of Millmerran, isn't he?
Yeah, he's only at Millmerran. Exactly.
20 minutes away for you, mate.
Yeah, about 40 with the roadworks down that way.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Get onto the council on out there and see what they're doing. That's when my brother works.
Have you got yourself a pen and paper to score us?
He's probably the stop go man out of there.
Yeah, well, they've got the lights happening at the moment. You're going on about racetracks and that. Fingers crossed, Wagner's will go about building the one out near past Well Camp.
Yeah, that'll be massive. That Toowoomba one. Yeah, and Wagner's will make that happen. They were going to put in 140 million, I think, to the government.
Something like that,
going to put in like 80 million, and Wagner's were willing to chuck in 140 million.
And
they built the airport.
They're car mad too.
Yeah. Well, they built an airport, right?
Yeah. About 2 minutes away.
Yep, from where the track will be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, Well Camp out there. Yeah, private airports. Tyler's laughing at the comments, I'm thinking.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yes, the comments, but not the comments.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
room comments. So you guys got that going on.
See all the comments on the YouTube at the moment. So.
Stephen Chandler, g'day. How you going? But have you got yourself a scorecard there, Dad?
Oh yes, I do.
Have you written J and J on it?
That's not confusing at all.
We're both JB, or you go JS for me and JB.
It's J and S. It's just Skid Pig. James Skid Pig. Done.
All right. Are we ready? Are we ready?
Yeah, it was, I was waiting for the music, Tyler. I thought you
sorry.
downloaded it and had something going for us by now.
Play in the head like I normally do.
Sounds a bit like the Muppets, then.
I can do cartoon music. I don't really have anything else though.
Fair enough.
All right. James, your buzzer, please.
Game show voice.
James.
And Johnny, your buzzer.
Johnny.
Well done.
No, I thought you were Skid Pig, but we'll accept it.
All right.
It's easy.
Question number 1. What car maker used the phrase hand-built by robots in its 80s ad campaigns? Was it A, Fiat, B, Audi, or C, Saab?
James.
Johnny.
James?
Saab.
Wrong.
That is wrong.
You new sound effects. Love
Yeah.
it. I like that. It's better.
I'm glad you picked that one, James. I'll go with B. Audi.
Wrong.
It's also wrong.
Fiat.
Points go
Really?
begging.
It was
Fiat?
Fiat.
Let's go. Peggy.
Do you want to have a guess, Dad? Do you want to have a guess of which one it was?
Fiat?
Here you go. Give yourself a point.
Stays on the board.
Question number 2. In the TV cartoon series Wacky Races, who drove the compact pussycat? Was it A, Professor Pat Pending, B, Gruesome Twosome, or C, Penelope Pitstop?
Johnny.
Johnny?
Penelope Pitstop.
That is correct.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a name either, Johnny. I've gone, oh, what's the name again?
Yeah. I knew it started with a P. I just couldn't
Yeah.
I think Tyler has never heard of Wacky Races.
I have actually.
Seriously?
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Because he asked me, he's like, have you ever?
That was
No,
a
I
classic
asked
race,
just think. That's why I asked.
used to
I'd
love
heard
it.
of it. I wanted to make sure you'd heard of it.
Oh.
Good old Wacky Races.
Question number
Motley.
3.
Yep.
By what name is the Italian motorway network called? Is it A, Autostrada, B, Driver Faster, or C, Speediamo?
James.
James?
A.
That is correct. I didn't throw you off with Driver Faster or Speediamo.
No. You didn't
I
sound
like
confident.
those names
Faster. Come on. Drive faster.
I do like those names better. That is 1-1, guys. 1-1.
Question number 4. Jaguar sold the E-Type under what name in the United States? Was it Johnny?
Sold it to. I wish I heard the rest of the question.
It's either you need to
Well,
come
I
up
know
with a
they
guess or
sold it
guess
to
a letter.
Tata.
What was that, sorry?
I know. Ford sold it to Tata.
Wrong.
That is wrong.
Good
James,
question.
Yeah.
what name was the Jaguar the E-Type sold under in the US? Was it A, the E-Type, B, the Cat Coupe, or C, the XKE?
I'll go with C.
That is correct. It was the XKE.
Trust me, they jumped the gun.
Just buzzed in too early, Johnny. Too early, mate.
I'm going to blame Math because Math taught everyone to jump first, then think of the answer later. You know, get in there quick,
Exactly.
but you don't know
Well,
the
but
answer.
then
Got in there
also-
It was
first.
Sally's fault too. France.
Yeah,
right?
Sally.
France.
France.
Question number 5. How many miles of motorway are there in Iceland? Is there A, 0, B, 1, or C, 152?
James.
James?
I'll go with C.
Wrong.
Oh, well.
That is wrong. Johnny?
Mm. But Iceland being that small, I'd say 0.
That is correct. There is 0.
2-2.
Question number
I was
6.
thinking 1. I thought they might just have 1.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Question number 6.
Hilly area in Iceland.
Bowling Green in the US is the birthplace of what American motoring icon? Is it A, the Ford Mustang, B, the Dodge Viper, or C, the Chevrolet Corvette?
James.
James?
I'll go with C.
That is correct. It indeed was the Corvette.
It's the lead.
Question number 7. Who out of the McMahon boys was doing the biggest skids?
Johnny.
Johnny?
What? Dave?
Wrong.
The one with the.
It wasn't Dave.
No, Dave. It was the naturally aspirated one. I know that.
Yeah, I know which one it is too. And guess what? I don't know his name either. I'll go with Greg, but I know it's wrong.
Wrong.
It was Joel. You were both on the right track with the naturally aspirated one. That was the correct
Oh,
car.
no, Pa McMahon.
Yeah, that's it.
Question number 8. What plates were on Greg's Charger?
James.
James?
Hypo 77.
Wrong.
You got it written down, don't you?
That is wrong.
Ah,
Johnny?
Right, it is wrong.
It's
It is wrong.
Hypo 75.
That's
That
it.
is correct. It is Hypo 75.
Did you write it down wrong? What happened?
Have you been taking score over there, Dan?
Yeah,
seem to be very relaxed.
3-3-all.
Seem to be
3-all.
very
Oh,
relaxed.
yeah, I'm kicking back. I'm loving this. Yeah,
Question
3-all.
number 9.
Look, this is, we do the show here every week. Right?
Question number 9. What car did the motor in Joel's car come from?
James.
James?
It came out of the Centurion.
That is correct. Question
Back.
number 10. What was Greg's best time?
James.
Johnny.
James?
Greg's PB was 10:11.
That is correct.
Oh, that was close too. That was close, Johnny.
At 131 mile an hour.
Good question. I didn't write that down myself.
He didn't actually say his time, Johnny.
He
His
didn't get a
best was-
time slip for that one.
No, but his best was 10:16, 134.7 on his last run. No,
Yeah,
like I said,
he didn't get a
like I
time
said-
slip for the 10-11.
I think it
He
was
thought-
a 131 at least on the time on the board.
Yeah,
he
he
thought he
was
was going to
moving.
get kicked off.
Yes, he was worried about that too, because he said early on he was running low
Could have
boost.
got a 9.
That's
Yes.
why
So
it was
the,
10.57, and then he was like, "I'll get to 10.56," and because he wasn't going to go under 10.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
So
got
what
9
is the
seconds.
limit for the track?
Well,
What's the
I'm guessing
limit
that
for the
depends on your
track?
car.
It's a 10.5 in an older car and a 10.0 in a modern car with the safety stuff, like the airbags and whatnot.
Oh. I'm thinking 9.5, but that must be American.
Oh, different rules, different tracks. IRJ, Andra, everywhere's a little bit different.
Races.
Yeah, right.
Races, you got races. So at Warwick, it's different again. You can go 120 mile an hour, I think.
Yeah.
Is
On the
the
8th,
cutoff at Warwick on the 8th.
The 8
So,
mile.
yeah, so they work differently. They work on speed. So
Yeah.
it's 120 mile an hour. Once you go under that, then you need a cage. So
That's a 10-second car there.
Yeah? Nice.
Yeah.
On the
10.03
8th.
is 71.8 mile an hour on the 8th.
Cool. Very nice, Johnny. Mine's a 10-minute car.
Mark
We'll,
says, and
we'll
if
get-
it's Banaraby,
we might
it's a
get it out
pathetic
at the
12A.
overtaking lane day.
Sorry, what was that, Dave?
We'll get it out at the overtaking lane day next year at Warwick, eh?
Yeah, I may not have it then.
You'll have the ute
Oh.
though.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
definitely.
You'll throw the
Definitely,
ute down. You'd throw the ute down the strip. We have a day down at Warwick, wouldn't you?
Oh, bloody oath I will.
Yeah.
Start to shoot
Wanna
speed
take
with a
that
bit of
bit.
style, Smoking the whole 8 mile, Johnny. That's the way you do it, I'm not going to go fast, but I'm going to look fantastic doing it.
We're going to book it in.
Well,
We'll
you
book
look
it,
at Fridays
we'll book it
even
a day
too.
in for next year.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, you were speaking to Matty the
We
other
were,
night, weren't you?
yep. I told him our idea.
let
He
him
said
know.
it sounds great.
We're definitely doing a weekend at Warwick.
Mhm.
There'll be an overtaking lane weekend, and that's for
About an
anyone
hour's
that
drive
wants to
from
come
mine.
out. Yeah, there'll be classes for anything and everything. So you want to come out and race a Mirage, there'll be an opportunity to do that too.
Mhm.
A bit of everything. Every class.
Race your
there's
daily.
Beginners classes. Yeah, race the daily class. There'll be never been on a track before classes. Like we'll have everything, and then we'll have some quick classes as well. So because we know
And
a couple of the
and
guys
some
will come
trophies
out
to
in some
go
quick
around.
cars too. Yep.
Bit of a
Trophies
car
and
show as well
prizes.
for those who don't want to go on the track but want to come out.
Just want to show off their car and
Mhm.
hang out, and then we'll kick back and have a few drinks and a feed on a Saturday night and camp and
Mhm.
have a heap of fun out there. What do you reckon? Good idea.
Sounds like
Sounds
a great night. Sounds like a great weekend,
You might have to come up, James.
Well, I don't know. Depends how many lockdowns you have between now and then, Dave. But listen, there's only two more lockdowns till Christmas, people. Only 2 more lockdowns, and then Christmas is right around the corner.
Look, hopefully by then we'll have some sort of like
back.
vaccination passport or something going on, won't we? That'll be the next
I
thing.
hope so. Wow, that's
I'm booked in. I don't know. I'm booked in. Tyler just he got the shot the other day.
okay.
Yep.
Which one?
Cool.
The Pfizer.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a bit limited out my way, so
Tyler snuck in. How does a bloody 24-year-old go and get a Pfizer shot these days? He's not even eligible. Snuck it in. How
yeah,
did
at
he
the
do that?
moment they're more worried about the elderly and that for us around here. So
Yep.
Rat Fink
Right.
says, when is
my
that? I'll
missus,
try to swing
she's
by.
eligible. I mean, my missus, she's eligible for it because she's 40. I'm 38, so I'm nearly there. But yeah, it's just one of those things at the moment.
Yeah,
I'm registered.
I just got to speak to my cardiologist to go a bit further to see which one would be better for me with my condition. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the other thing too. Like with all medications and that involved these days, one can have an interaction with another as well. So
I was ready to wait for the next one, like I think Rats there in the chat in the States have got the Medina and stuff as well. I was going to wait for that, but with that many bloody cases going on starting up now, I don't think we've got a chance to wait. So I'll just do it.
I think the Moderna's September, maybe October, Dave. I did read that somewhere. That's when that's coming out.
Yeah. I was going to wait for that, but then I thought, screw it.
That's true.
I'm just keen for bloody Pittsburgh Sprint. I just hope it keeps going.
Yeah.
See you, Mad Cow Mark.
You know, COVID chat, whatever we think of all that shit, I just thought I'll go do what I got to do, and then that gets me back into events and stuff. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
you know, I'm not saying anyone. You do whatever anyone wants to do. You do your own thing.
Oh, exactly. I mean,
I just thought it might be the right way for me to get back out there.
Yeah, and it's just unfortunate no one's adhering to the rules and regulations and the changes that's got to be made. And
it drives Sal nuts. She works in the supermarket. People are just popping in to get a can of mother, or something. Like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently, Bunnings are doing a roaring trade on sun lounges. Mum was telling me earlier. So, outdoor furniture's selling big at Bunnings because that's apparently essential.
Rat Fink says, when is the Overtaking Lane drag day?
For example, you got it.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. I was just saying, Rat, we haven't set the actual date yet. It will be next year, but
once we set it, we'll
let you know. No promises that you'll be able to fly into the country or whether Australia will be open by then or not.
Another thing I'm really keen on with the Pittsburgh Sprints is hopefully Jason from Malone Garage will be up here with me.
Yeah, I reckon he'll come up for sure, mate.
Yeah, he definitely wants to come out. And as far as I know, through with the guys for the committee in that, we are eligible for passengers in certain runs. So fingers crossed I'll be able to give him a ride as promised.
Yeah, good.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, good.
I mean,
we'll get him.
You see down here, I've got 4 out of 5 sets there ready to go.
But will that be enough, Johnny? Will that be enough?
Probably not.
Excellent.
But then I've got to get all that rimmed up again for October 31st. October 30th from Marlborough.
Nice. Very nice.
Carnage and I will be road tripping up to Marlborough there for the Trent Waters Memorial Burnout Comp.
Oh, yeah?
So fingers crossed that'll go ahead too.
Good to hear. It's nice to see someone's out there having some fun.
Well, we're trying to. Yeah.
Need to get myself one of those stubby holders.
Yeah.
Me too.
Drink.
That's one stubby holder I do not have in my collection.
There's not many of those ones left. We'll change. We'll all change soon and have the HJ on there. New logo.
Wow, that means I have to buy 2 more. Oh, very nice, Johnny. Very nice.
We got the new stickers going with the HJ now.
Well, got that from last time too.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
We've got some. We got some pretty good stickers now. I think James, you might have got one of the HJ ones, but they were one of the test. The old test stickers. The new ones are coming out heaps nicer. Oh yeah, that one was all right.
Yep.
Yeah, that one turned out all right. That was one of the better ones.
Yeah, it's true. Then you have the nice bigger one here.
Was it curling on the edges though? Or was that on all right?
No, that was all right. Just had a little bubble across the top there. That looks good. And then obviously, we have the inaugural boat. Got to have the R33. That's very nice. That's actually
that's
very
cool.
good. That one. That's very nice.
Should I do that on a shirt? Do you reckon that'd go well on a? Would you go to a white shirt for that?
That'd probably look good on a white shirt. Actually,
It would do actually.
Because now that photo there itself, like with the rising sun in the background, that's a good shot. It's very nice done. Did you do that, or was it Toll style this one?
Nah, I did that one.
Very nice.
One of my early bits in. I think I did that one in Designer. Oh yeah, Tyler's got it there. Look on his laptop.
Very nice.
I need something like this on.
Exactly.
You could do one on the skid pit.
There we go.
Overtaking Lane. There's another one.
That's one of the ones that were curling up, Tyler. That one.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with that one. The new ones are coming out mint. The new ones. I did some the other day. Come out perfect. The guys that Sal's sending them out tomorrow for the people that won some stickers last week actually. So they hadn't been sent out yet. We've been a bit flat out here, but they'll hit the post office tomorrow. So I'm not sure who won stickers last week, but Sal's got the list. I think she bought the Hayabusa tickets for the people that won Hayabusa tickets. She bought those tonight.
Just remember, you're going to get your stickers all from Right Lane Media, people. Get on it. Get over there.
The shirts,
Daisy, man.
Shirts come out mint. I did wreck about half a dozen, maybe a bit more than that, shirts before we worked out what we were doing. But even the shirts that were not good enough, I'm wearing one now. This is a shirt that we said was not good enough to put on the thing. So unless they're 100%, we won't let them go out and shop. So
that's a good
and
point.
this one just had a tiny little bit of that little bit of stuff there.
Oh yeah, where the white's dragged through. Yep.
Not good enough. Wasn't good enough. So that means I get one to wear. We got plenty to wear.
So what causes that? Is it just the
pre-treatment?
Shrinkage on it? Sorry.
Oh, this was pre-treatment. So this is digitally printed on. This is not vinyl.
Ah, right.
So that's actually printed on, and that was when I pre-treated it, I didn't get the pre-treat right. There's a lot of moving parts to digitally printing a shirt, and to the point of daily maintenance on the printer. It's like massive. It's big. It's a bloody big job. So
makes you wonder if it's even worth it at first, like the initial upfront cost, or is it?
No, it's not. I looked at doing it a little while back. I looked at doing it like buying a brand new setup, and it was just no way worth it for what we pump out. And then I just saw a good deal with a guy that was getting out of it, a print shop, and he wanted out, and it was a bargain. It was just too good to pass up. So but if you're not printing shirts every day, it's it's not worth it.
What's the with regards to the shirts? How many do you do at a time? Like now, what's because I used to do work for a client. They used to do all the netball ones, so they had like something like 3 times the length of your driveway. That had like 2 machines that would like print the material out all the time and then stick it to the actual material.
Well, see, I can do that because I've got the stuff that I can print with the other printer that I got and then stick it on, which is heat transfer vinyl. Printable transfer vinyl, but I don't do that. This is what these are. This is digitally printed. So this is actually like you put the shirt goes into the printer and it lays the ink onto the printer onto the shirt. So DTG.
A bit labour intensive in it, wouldn't it?
It is. You can't pump out as many. There's only so many you can do per hour and stuff like that. But the cost is a little bit higher to do DTG than it is to do, say, screen printing or vinyl transfers. But I can do unlimited colours and one off. Like you could just send me a photo. You could just literally give me a photo, and I can print that on a shirt, and then go, there's just one, and it costs the same as if you were to do 20 of them. You know what I mean? Like, well, per shirt.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That brings us pretty
it's
much
always
to the end of the
interesting
show.
on that too, like,
Pretty much is. Another
Mhm.
show
It
again.
is.
Yep.
You have to wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
Shane says, big boy size long tee in stock yet, mate? Yeah, Shane. There's no way there's a 3XL and it's a big shirt. This is a 2, and seriously, I've got a bit of weight on it again at the moment. So, mate, the 3XL definitely is a massive shirt. You're
Shane,
not that
legend.
big.
Welcome to the
He's
club,
joined
Shane.
us.
Well done.
nice one, mate.
So, yeah, the long sleeves only go up to 3XL. They don't do a 4 or a 5. Not in the AS colour. We use the AS colour. The new shirts also are slightly lighter than the old long sleeves. The old long sleeves were a heavier shirt, and I wanted to get a lighter one because the whole idea for this long sleeve was so in summer you don't cook. Because if you remember the video of Tyler cooking out at Warwick in the Skyline.
Yeah, I think the line was what,
Yeah.
Holy Magnioli.
It's really hot.
Gets very hot, and the idea was to have something a little bit lighter that you could have a long sleeve, 100% cotton, but a little bit lighter in the car. And this one is a slightly lighter one. It's a slightly dearer shirt than the one that we were using before, but because now I'm printing through Right Lane, it's cheaper anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. And then we were able to do extra printing, sleeves and stuff as well now that we didn't have before. Change things up. We can do one-offs. Yeah, there's heaps more we can do now that we got our own little print shop for the OTL. We could, throw out a design like the JDM design on the Skyline, put it on the shop. We can throw that up there, and if we sell 2 shirts, we sell 2 shirts. It doesn't matter. I don't have to print. I don't have to buy 50 of them. No, that's right. I just print them to order. So if nobody orders one, that's fine. I don't print any. It doesn't cost us anything. So yeah, it opens up a lot for us.
And the beauty of that too, like you just buy a stock amount of blank shirts, and then you can, like you said, print to order.
That's right. That's right. As long as I've got a big crate of black t-shirts, it doesn't matter which design I put on them. Yeah, that's the whole idea. So we'll have a bit of fun with that. But the vinyl stuff, I love doing the vinyl stuff too. So I spent before the show tonight, I spent a bit of time doing some laminated stickers. I don't have one in here, but I did some laminated stickers for 60-foot Ink, which is a DTG printing shop that does a lot of stuff. I did some laminated stickers for them that look amazing. Yeah.
Now, what about the one behind you, Dave, in the frame there? Is that one you printed out, or is that one from somewhere else?
No, I did that.
Very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, you showed that on the show last week, didn't you?
Yeah, slightly different colour. That's Matty Good. That's Matthew Good's HQ. That one. HJ. Sorry, Matty Good's HJ. Kinger.
Very nice.
So I've got we've got one of those done up in that one. I've got another one of our HJ done, which is on our Landry wall. We've got some of Tyler's Skyline. We've got a couple of the Ute. We really probably should put them on the shop and just see if anyone wants them. I don't know. We're just having a bit of fun with them. They're pretty cool. And I've been doing a lot for other people. So other people, it costs like about $220, but that gets you your car drawn, put onto a poster, framed, everything all done for about $220. And once you've got that car drawn, you then have that car. If you want to do it on a T-shirt or a sticker or whatever, that's the drawing's done. You don't have to pay the price for that drawing. And they own, like Matty Good. I printed one for myself because he didn't mind that I did that, but he owns that design for that
Mm.
car now. So and you can go to No Good Garage and get posters of that car and stuff off him.
Yep.
So basically, he owns the copyright of that now.
Yep, that's his commercial picture.
That file.
Yep, he's got that, and he can, put that on T-shirt, stickers, whatever. He's done stickers and he's done posters. I think he might have done shirts as well. I don't know if he ended up doing shirts. He was going to do shirts before I was doing shirts. He was getting some shirts printed. So, but yeah, it's a bit of fun,
Right.
and we can draw them up out of any photo. It takes us about a week, depending on how many are in the queue to draw it up.
Yeah,
So-
it's just amazing what you do these days with digital media compared to what was back in the old days. And like you said, now that you've got the printer to do the shirts and the stickers, you don't have to spend like $1,000. Go, geez, like with the straw hats. I'm guessing I don't have any more sold of those, but like with now you can do your shirts and stickers. You go, I'll buy 20 this week. I don't need that many. Just print out what
The
I want.
worst thing is I can do the hats cheaper now, James, than what we bought. We bought the hats out of China, and we bought, what did we buy, Tyler? $2,000 worth of hats out of China, like to be able to get the price down, because we had to buy a big shipment of hats out of China.
Yeah.
Because you just don't make anything on the hats. Like, we weren't even making enough to give ourselves a hat out of the last batch. Like, we out of the last batch of hats, we did not make enough to even have our own hat for free. So,
Yeah.
and the whole idea is that we put the money back into the channel anyway. So we've got to try and make something on it. So we bought a big batch of hats out of China. But now I can actually do the hats myself through the print shop cheaper than what I can get them out of China. Because the postage out of China is shit anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're
The price
atrocious.
is all right, but then by the time you get the postage, and then it takes forever to get here. It's just a nightmare. And you got to buy a big quantity. There's like it was a battle to get 50. Like they don't want to touch anything under 100.
I know.
I know with World, because they sell truck caps too, and all this promote like with more trailers. They've got 3 different styles. You got obviously the blue with white and red stripe around the side of it, and then they've got a pink and white one there for the girls, and a maroon coloured one as well. And they go through Outback Truck Cap
Oh yeah,
for that. I think they're like a Toowoomba-based company, or it's a Queensland-based company. I know that. Not entirely sure where they are, but yeah.
Right Lane
And,
is also a distributor for a company called legendlife.com.au. If you check out legendlife.com.au, all those products we can do as well now. So that's like eskies and stubby holders, not stubby, hats, beanies, shirts, polos, jackets, flannies. Like, we can do it all for any company. So through Right Lane, and they're printed, and the only thing with those, I can do embroidery, all that sort of stuff through that as well. But their quantities, there is a minimum quantity on some of those ones, about 20. So if I'm not printing them myself and I get them printed through them, it is a minimum quantity of 20, but I can still do some pretty good pricing on some of that stuff. And I haven't shown Tyler yet, but Tyler, we can do sublimated towels. So we could do like beach towels with your car on it. That's like pretty cool.
That'd be nice, you know.
Yeah,
Very
some pretty
nice.
cool stuff there. So anyway, I digress, and Tyler's probably sick of hearing Right Lane Media because
looking a bit tired.
because it's my thing. It's not Tyler's thing. Tyler's Paige has got Made For You Creations as well, which we'll be doing our stubby holders and all that sort of stuff.
There's things like that.
And all that's, she does
That's
all that
cool.
sort of stuff. Yeah, so Paige and Tyler do that. They've got the sublimation printer over there as well to do the stubby holders and all that sort of stuff as well. So we're just waiting on them to pump a few of those out and do a few test samples. Next couple of
Mopar
weeks.
Man, g'day Mopar Man.
mate. Hope you enjoyed the
Rob
video.
from
special video
JRM.
for him last week.
Rob from JRM says, Dave, what about bar runners?
I haven't got bar runners through Legend Life, but I can get them.
Well, if you
So
can do
anything I
tails,
don't
man,
do,
surely
or
be
I
able to do bar runners.
anything that I don't do or I can't do through me, I will do it through someone else at no extra cost. Like if someone comes to me and says, I want this, and I'll get it, and I won't put anything on top, just so that they'll then come to me for everything else they want in the future. Because eventually they'll have something else there that I do that I will make money on. So I'm happy to not make money on the other ones and line it up for them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got to wrap it up. We've got no what's on this week.
We don't.
Not at this stage, no.
We don't want to go to what's on because it's just depress us because we can't go anywhere because we're stuck locked down.
No, sadly.
Not like you, Johnny. You know, you're a man of freedom.
Yeah, well, I might be heading up towards Fraser Coast anyhow this weekend, so...
Don't drive through anywhere you shouldn't. You'll get locked down.
Nah, well, more than likely I'll go around the back way, like going up through
Yeah,
from
long
here
way.
to the Gundarian. Yeah. Actually,
yeah.
going through Brisbane is the long way.
There you go. Takes you longer anyway.
Yeah. Well, from here I go through here to Kuya.
Yep.
Bypass Yarman, go through Manuel to Nanango, Gameri, Kilkeven, hook left into Beluga, onto the Bruce Highway up to Maryborough.
Too much fun, mate. All this travelling. Just be stuck at home.
Hence
Anyway,
that's why it's 435,000 on that.
a few more.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Let's call it a night. We're well overdue. We're well over time. Thank you for everyone for tuning in, sticking around. Appreciate you, Shane Kane, as well. See you, mate. A few people saying hooray. Dad's Garage. Do a test run for Dad's Garage stubby holders, Tyler. I can send you the image. There you go.
Yeah.
Do one for him. In the meantime, we'll see you in the Rocket Lane.
We will.
We will.
I need another one of these.
That's it, Dave. Sammy, man. I met you
Stay
too.
safe out there, guys.
Thanks,
Guys, have a
Johnny.
good one,
Thanks, James.
Alright.
Thanks for being part of the show tonight, guys.
Always.
Tyler,
a pleasure.
you did well.
Always
Yeah.
a pleasure.
Great to have you on as well, Tyler.
Oh, and
Thank you.
one more
Thanks
thing
for having
too,
me.
guys. Get on
Yeah.
the quiz.
I will.
Come
I'm here
on.
every week.
Come on. It's not that
Four.
hard. Like,
4 people entering.
No, there was only 3.
We
You
got
know,
40 odd
one of those
people
was
watching.
Nightbot.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, 4 or 5 people entering the last 4 weeks, I believe.
Yeah, not many.
Those are rookie numbers. Come on, let's pump it up.
Just get on there. Get on Discord. Get
Yeah,
on
get
here.
on
Have a
it.
crack. Have a
do
bit
I
of fun.
scare you people? Really? Do I scare you that much?
You do now. You do that.
Oh, sorry. Back away. Back away now. Sorry.
Jeez, that was a bit freaky.
Hey, I don't mind getting on again, but geez, come on, let's bump up the numbers. Let's have some fun.
Oh, good stuff, guys. Thanks everyone for sticking around and tuning in, being part of the show. All the comments. If you went in the comments, then cool. Good on you for watching. And hit that thumbs up. Hit subscribe. Help us out. We'd love it if you could hit subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, then thank you. And I guess we'll see you in that Rocket Lane.
Ciao.
Sure, ladies and gents. Till next time.
All right. Stay safe out there, guys.